Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am PA Kenny USA, and welcome to Realms of Awakened Essence RPG, our homebrew D&D 5th edition style RPG game that we play every first and third Saturday of the month. Joining us today is our lovely cast. As you can see in chat, we have our cast lineup of amazing characters and voice actors and people who we just downright love and enjoy. So without further ado, we're going to get started. If there's any questions from our cast, I'm going to bring them in. Go ahead, guys.
Hello!
Hello, darlings. Leilana here.
Would you not do that?
Save
We
the
haven't gotten to that
tactic.
point yet. We have not gotten to that point yet. Don't even. God! Man!
Just save
What's
the
wrong?
tactic
Yeah.
for the fun part.
What's wrong? Is you playing playing that kind of a character?
That's what's wrong, of course.
We're
Oh,
just-
And now you're gonna do
wrong.
the evil laugh. There we go. There we have it. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
All right. So
Drag trumps in skill, and it's terrifying.
today we have our lovely cast. We have our myself playing a new character, which you'll be meeting soon. We have our lovely Leilana, who you just met earlier, and our Mugi. We have our Dragonborn, Aldwin, and Mage Hand. Don't forget the Mage Hand.
And Mage Hand.
Don't forget Mage Hand.
And we will not be having a Dr. Vest today because he is off doing something with his family, so we will miss him during this game dearly. So we do.
Narbs.
We will not have our healer, but that's okay. We can manage, hopefully. And then we have our who's this new person sitting in the GM chair?
Intruder.
Hi. I am Trisha Welsh. I am somewhat a seasoned DM. I've only been doing this for 2 years, so please be gentle. And I am taking our group to a new place, full of fear and sorrow.
I wonder.
Don't
what...
forget madness. You have to
And
have
don't forget
madness.
madness,
That's a
yes,
nice
and don't-
flavor.
Oh yes.
Delicious.
Yeah, I wonder what fresh hell we'll have in store today. Let's find out and jump into today's game. Where is it? Discord. There we go. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's game of Realms of Awakened Essence. I know we have our GM sitting in the GM chair at the moment, but from where we left off, I will be kind of co-DMing a little bit until we jump into their story. So we were last time I remember we were sitting at the on the ship in the cargo bay, and this obnoxious little robot flew up to you and introduced themselves as Freddy, which is from a previous game from another universe called C6, which we will just say it's in California somewhere. And
AO just going, oh no, not you again.
The old one's like, what? I have so many questions.
Kenny, incoming.
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 Incoming?
What's up?
What did you send me? Oh, I have no clue what's happening.
On your stream.
Oh. Chat was paused. I don't see what's happening, but okay.
It takes about 30 seconds.
What happened?
I hosted him.
Oh, thank you. That's cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the host. I do not know what your
Moogie.
Twitch name is.
Mag.
Mag.
Magnaram.
Okay.
Yep.
Mag. Thank you for the host, Magnaram.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's so generous of you and so kind. Thank you. All right. So where we left off was the bot flew up to the party and introduced themselves as Freddy with a very joyful voice and very energetic demeanor, and then says, "Unfortunately, I have duties in the med bay. I'll see you guys later." And he just floats away.
Old one is like wondering so many questions, and Alex is like, "What was that? What?"
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Alex. We'll talk about this later.
Alex, this is AS speaking. Alex,
Yeah.
we picked this thing up in an alternate reality. It is very annoying, but very good at their job.
That's cool.
Emphasis on annoying.
Old one is like,
Yeah.
I
At
only
least
met
that
it a little
one
bit.
you and I agree on, Leilana. It's just, oh god. Lady Mary is also, for some reason, she got transported back with you guys after you guys fought the great big robot.
Cat, and the great big robot is still standing there and just looks down, kind of like leaning down in the cargo bay, which is about, its head is about bumping up on the ceiling. And it says, identification, signature, detected. My name is Clink. And how does anyone respond to that?
Well, Anne just kind of looks
Oh.
up to Clink. That's a, well, at least you're not named Clank or Clunk, so that's fine.
The
Well, I don't know
robot,
what the crystal's doing, but I'm startled. Alex just says. Or would it be old one? This old one says that actually. Alex is just kind of staring at it like, what the fuck?
Tricathio, standing there inside the cargo way, says, "Well, enough of introductions. May as well show you around, get you guys used to your new home."
Lady Mary kind of looks at Drac. Drac, what the hell did you build here? What is this?
I built a, it's called, he kind of like strokes his beard and says, it's a spaceship. It's a guardian ship, technically.
And Lady Mary
what?
kind of does this underneath her glasses. It goes, I knew coming into this world was a mistake. Why? Why?
Well, Ilana's going to put her hand on Lady Mary's shoulder and go,
Oh, you're here.
you know, he started building this thing when those pieces fell off that other vessel ages ago.
Right.
When we crashed the ship, darling, he started building right then and there. He's been a nuisance ever since.
Yeah.
Tricathio says, "Excuse me, I'm the wisest dwarf on the face of Anthem."
Face of this place!
You know, I'm going to have to
Take
keep a
that.
closer eye on you lot. I cannot interfere. This is a nice ship, by the way, Drac.
Thank you. And he just kind of like,
But-
kind of just
I-
buffs a little bit of a mark off one of the walls as you're saying that.
I think at your first location, wherever you guys end up, I am going to send a representative to keep an eye on you, at least pointing you in the right direction. As I said, I cannot interfere with you guys anymore. I would love to. I'd love to go on this adventure, but I cannot interfere. I made that promise.
Well, you know where the transporter room is, I'm assuming.
Yes, unfortunately, but someone's going to have to transport me.
Fine, I'll do it, says Tricathio. And he just says, I'll be with you guys in a moment. Feel free to look around. And he walks with Lady Mary down
Lady
the
Mary
hallway,
off.
hallways.
Yep. And it's just kind of going, okay, so we're on a spaceship. That's new.
Before they leave the room,
Yep.
Leilana's gonna take a. Now, Dracathio can't see this. But
He's already left the room.
She's gonna take a crystal. It's blue. And she's gonna toss it to Lady Mary.
How big is this crystal?
Size of your thumb.
Okay.
It's very small. You'll never notice.
She's gonna have to roll dexterity to catch that.
She caught it.
Okay, cool.
She fails and it falls into a little grate and it's lost forever.
No. It's kind of as soon as Lady Mary walks, I'm saying 5 feet away, toss.
And Tricathio's like
Catch.
already further ahead, just like, come on, catch up.
I am. It's been a while since I've been on a ship. Walk. And you kind of hear her and Track kind of arguing about the legality of building a spaceship.
In a Magitech universe and blah 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 blah, and yep. Right.
Yeah, they're having a nice little argument.
And then they round the corner and are gone. And the rest of you are left sitting there just in the cargo bay with a whole bunch of cargo lying around you.
And now Aya is just kind of sitting there going, okay. We're on a spaceship. I guess our first order of business is to explore it? I mean...
Clink says, I can pull up a schematic, if you wish, of the area surrounding this vessel.
You're not half as annoying as Eddie, so... Yes.
Alex just climbs onto Clank. Alex just climbs onto Clank to see if he can temporarily... Like, he still needs the crystal. He's very defenseless without that thing.
Yeah.
So he goes and sees if he can remove it without deactivating the robot. Just...
Okay.
Hey, nothing happened. He's just like holding the crystal and he just kind of slots it back in. Like, hey, I don't have to carry it anymore. Wait, I don't actually carry it at all. Anyways, just slots it back in.
And then Clink turns around and says, I would appreciate if you did not remove my batteries.
Well, technically that was mine before I put it in you, so I can take it out if I wanted. And I'm gonna have to take it off you if you start draining it too far before you break it.
I'll make sure not to break it. As like a little beam shoots out of his eyes and it shows like a 3D schematic of like the ship. You guys, we apparently are on deck 3 of 3. It's a 3-layer ship.
Pretty cool. That's a 3-layer ship.
Well, while you all are standing around eyeballing that hologram, I'm going to go to the cockpit and see if we can't get this thing started.
I remember being on a 5-layer ship.
Yeah, Leilana doesn't know where she's going at all, so she's just going to go a random direction.
You didn't even look at the map.
Why don't you roll for that, dear?
What do I roll for it?
A D4?
For direction. Yep, D4 for direction.
Okay, roll a D4.
1.
You're headed north. You just walk straight into a wall.
Just everyone sees that. Like,
Yeah.
you do it right in front of everyone.
You said that you chose a random direction. It's not my fault that you ran into a wall.
I know. That's the bad part.
Just like
I
Alex,
chose to go that way.
Yep.
Alex is just like, that's not how... What do you think, your secret door's there?
And Clink
I'm
just,
fixing to open a secret door in you.
Wow, okay then.
So,
okay.
do I have to roll again to go another direction?
no, I'll let you walk towards like any door or opening in the hallway.
Well, Okay, she's gonna go down the first hallway she sees.
You just walk everywhere but the cockpit.
You're walking down the hall and you see like a T-junction up ahead and like a door to your left and a door to your right.
And we'll leave it there.
And Clink says, I'll take you the fastest way to the rest of the ship if you'd like a tour.
Aya's gonna look at Alduin and Alex. Do you think we ought to stop Leilana from trying to take over the ship?
She has not. Clink says she has not designated herself as official captain. Therefore, Dracathio is the owner of this vessel, and therefore he has ranking authority over the crew.
And
Good point.
And Alduin's like, she will still try.
She
That
will
would be
attempt
considered
to
mutiny.
laugh out of the ship.
And I
She'll still
certainly
try.
know where the brig is located, if it needs to come to that.
Leilana's not going to stay in the brig for very long. You do realize that.
You do have a fair point. And he just
That's-
he deactivates the hologram and just follow me. And he just walks towards the opposite hallway,
Of course he does.
up
Okay.
a ramp. Says, to my left is sickbay, and you just hear like the robot poke his head out and says, "Hello, welcome to sickbay." Sorry.
Cut!
Oh,
And he says, "Would you like to start your checkup today?"
Oh no! Good thing Leilana went the other way.
no, I'll get back to you.
Very
Walk
well.
faster.
As he pokes his head back in, the doors go. The glass doors with like the medical logo.
Like, just Alex
God.
is like, I realize why in my world our robots don't really talk. And
But that's a
that's
good
the reason.
thing.
They're really obnoxious, apparently.
And you
that's a
just
good
see the
thing.
head of Clink slowly turn 180 and look behind you, and then slowly turn back, with like kind of like a really face on his
Well,
expression.
well, in my world, we don't really think about the talking part for robots. We think about the useful part. Talking
Over-
is useful unless it's not meant to talk.
There's a door to your left, and he says, "This is the fitness center and mess hall. They're two separate rooms." He continues up a gantry, and he says, "We're now on deck 2, and as you can see, we have the medical labs, the astrometrics, and the botany lab here. We also have the sleeping quarters on this level." And then he climbs a spiral staircase to the top in the middle of like this front part of the ship.
Uh-huh.
He says, "And we have the computer room behind us, which is like a very locked door. To the left of that, we have the brig. Don't ask me why Dracathio placed the brig so close to the helm of the vessel. That's not my concern." And then he turns around and opens this very large like door, and you're standing on the bridge.
Okay. All right.
And this
That's
is the
fair.
bridge of the vessel. We have tactical, we have science, we have
Wow.
normal stations you'd expect on a Starfleet vessel. What is a Starfleet
Alright.
vessel? He just scratches
Alright.
his like metallic skull. Says, "I guess you can take your places wherever you feel comfortable." And he sits down in the pilot's chair, and it's like it literally locks into him.
Like, Alex is just looking at all the stuff, like, he's kind of in his head comparing from, like, his world's stuff like this and this.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot less pipes.
And there's
So,
a hologram that appears in front of Clink and stuff like that, and he's just like punching in coordinates and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, Leilana, you're at that T-junction. Which direction did you decide to go in?
Haven't decided yet.
You can either
She's
go
going-
right or you can go left.
She's going to go left.
Okay. We walk 20 feet into kind of like a storage area, storage bay.
It's
There's
really,
nothing in here.
It's really hot next to you, though.
Yeah.
There's another door.
I wonder what this door leads to. She's going to open the door.
Of course she is.
There's a blast of like scorching heat that hits you in the face, and you just hear the loud
Oh my.
humming of what looks like an engine room.
So this is the engine room. I'll keep that in mind for later. She's gonna close the door and walk away.
Panicked breathing.
Kathy rounds the corner and nearly bumps into Lana. What are you doing back here? Where's the rest
I'm
of the party?
exploring the ship. They're probably somewhere up front. I don't care. Leave me alone.
He says, well, I'll be up in the bridge if you need us. And he says, we'll
I'm
be
sure I'll
departing
find
shortly.
it on my own. She just walks past him.
So you're walking back to the T-junction, and you're going right this time? Okay.
She's gonna go right. Well, technically left because she went down it.
Yep,
So
yep. Fair enough.
Well,
And-
no, you're going to go straight because it's the T-junction.
that's
You
right,
went left, and
because
you're going to go
there's
straight.
just a wall there. There was no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's
And
gonna
so
go
you
straight to the
continue
door.
down. You continue down that one about 30 feet. You come into what looks like the mess hall. You found the kitchen. You found the kitchen and where we eat.
And there's a couple like a small weight room with glassed-in area off to the side. Because remember, it's the recreation room and the fitness center.
Interesting. I am feeling a bit famished. Let's see what there is to eat in here.
You walk up to like this slot in the wall.
Food.
Please,
I love it.
please specify type and cuisine. Says a computerized voice.
Oh. I don't care what kind. Just give me something.
Fast
Hold
food
on.
selected. Oh,
Sorry, Clar.
one burger and fries with chocolate milkshake. And it appears on a plate.
This
Eat
looks interesting.
Eat it.
She's gonna take a bite out of it.
It is decadent.
Oh my gods.
Layla just goes
Just down
fast food.
on the burger.
And then the computer on the wall says, "Would you care for another?"
Yes, give me now.
Uh-oh.
And we'll leave you there.
Please, no.
I can just imagine like Lana being a roly Lana just like that like
Rolling.
comic scene where it's like there's the fat version of Lana just like lying.
Just scarfing down the hamburger.
like freaking Scooby-Doo where they're just giant balls. They have to be rolled around.
Oh, don't worry, it's going to get worse. Much worse.
As Lana is chowing down in the mess hall, there's a doo-doo over the intercom overhead, and it says, "Attention crew, we'll be departing shortly. Destination lock Avernus."
Avernus? What? No.
What?
And there's a low like
Was she
rumble as the
freaking out
ship's
about?
docking clamps go
Oh, we're going.
into the sides of the ship, and you just hear a low like a low hum as the ship's powering up its thrusters.
Alex is like, that is cool. That is awesome. I've not seen a ship ever that used thrusters.
And you can see like the Clink just like tapping on various holographic displays and stuff like that frantically as he's like prepping the ship for departure up at the cockpit. And what is everyone else doing at this point?
Aya here's the announcement going, wait, but we're going where?
And Clink just turns his head slightly and looks at a screen and says, "We're going here." And he taps the screen, and on the center console, like this like large kind of like astrometrics table, like a tactical table, 3D hologram of Avernus pops up.
What? Okay, why are we going there?
Alex is like, what's the problem? It doesn't look. It looks kind of unnerving, but what is it? Owen's like,
You
recent-
have absolutely no idea, do you?
Recent
Alex is like, I
disturbances
come
in
from
the
a different
temporal.
world. Of course I don't.
Recent disturbances in this realm have been detected. We must investigate.
Oldwin's like, isn't there always a disturbance, aka everything that's wrong with it? And Alex is like, I'm still in the dark. I'm still so in the dark. Someone please explain.
And
We
then
will
the
explain as soon as we can, says Aya.
hologram zooms
Oh, Leilana's not going to like this. Leilana's not going to like this.
and where's
Where's
Leilana
Mookie?
right now?
Leilana's in the mess hall.
Oh, yeah,
Show me a way to the captain's room now.
The captain.
Where is Moogie at the moment?
Moogie's probably in the cargo bay, still passed out.
Okay.
on one of the
Fair
crates.
enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's just snoring away.
Doo-doo.
Fair enough.
Attention crew, departure in 5 minutes. Destination Avernus. All crew, please batten down the hatches and prepare for departure. And then
Ship, show me a way to the captain now.
the captain is on the bridge on deck 1. Please follow the pulsing green lights to the bridge. And the floor lights just
She's-
activate.
She's gonna sprint down the hallway with her staff in hand.
Like, did she hear where we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
she
a
heard where we're
PA, it's a
going.
PA system, so it's like a public address.
That's why she's frantically running down the hallways following the lights. She knows what this place is.
She's like, no, don't do it. Bad idea. Horrible idea.
Meanwhile,
Horrible idea.
meanwhile, up on the bridge, the holograms like dematerialize and shows like a plotted course of a small little ball that looks like kind of like a planet. You see a dotted line going to like this open gateway, like kind of like a little swirling like cloud, and then
Mhm.
it transitions
Oh,
over,
yeah.
and then you see another dotted cloud with dots moving away from it into like this like kind of like this floating hell. Like
Are we flying already, or?
no, it's just plotting the
No.
course.
It's
says-
plotting the course.
And then you
It's
see
doing the-
you see the above it saying course plotted, countdown to launch, and you see beep, the timer's counting.
Has Leilana reached the captain, the bridge yet?
The doors of the bridge. You're at the front of the doors of the bridge, and it says, and Freddy's around the floats around the corner and says, "We are about to depart. I recommend you make your way to the. Oh, you're already here. Is there something I need for you? Your adrenaline levels are off the charts, and your anchor rating is currently.
She's going to shove Eddie away.
You're just gonna slap him and he flies into the nearest bulkhead. Roll a strength check.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a D20, right?
Yes,
Yep.
D20.
That is a D20.
That is. Oh, it's only a 12 because I have a -1 on my
He
strength.
kind of
That's
bumps.
fine.
He bumps up against the bulkhead and says, "Ouch! What was that for? You need medical treatment."
Move now, or I will incinerate you.
And the door goes. Tss, 5, 4, 3.
Go.
You can see like the ship's just like pointing towards the sky as the hatch opens. 3, 2, and you can
Stop
say something.
the ship.
Option to abort launch is not available. 1.
All right.
And
Does Leilana
everyone
take,
needs
like,
to roll a
fall
dex-
damage for that.
Everyone
Yeah,
needs to roll
everybody needs
a
Yep.
dexterity saving throw.
All
Because
right.
you guys
am I
weren't
rolling
holding
on
on to
that then?
anything.
That
D20.
is your that's your dexterity saving
Clink.
throw.
Here's the thing, Clink doesn't need to roll for it because he's strapped into the seat. He's locked in.
I'm trying to think if Alex could try and save himself.
Oh no.
Because I'm just gonna
that's
consider
17.
even if the crystal's attached.
Oh no, I got a
Right.
3.
It's in his back, so it's attached.
No, he can.
Okay.
He can gravitate it to him. It can slide out. I just
Okay.
assumed.
Yeah, but his back's pressed up against a chair, so it won't popping out soon.
I always imagine it's always on the very top, like right next to his head, because he's slouched over. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember.
No, he's like one of those like racing chairs kind of style
It's
things.
like
It can teleport too. The crystal has
True.
more than just levitate.
well, yeah, and if it needs to, then we'll do that. But
I'm just so tempted to make him make it appear and like freeze his feet to the ground or something like with ice.
so poor Leilana who rolled a 3.
She didn't do so well.
She didn't do so well. What happens is she goes, "Stop!" Just as the ship goes.
The doors
And
slide open to the cargo back behind her from the motion detected from the her moving towards the doors, thinking someone's trying to move through the doors, and she just flies through up against the bulkhead. Slap.
But yeah. Okay. Aldrin's going to do.
And you take 4
Uh-oh.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Damn it. Lena's already taking damage.
But
Well, you were the one who didn't strap in, so.
with
You didn't know you were going to burn his right off the bat.
But yeah, with the DM saying yes or no, Alex is gonna summon the crystal in his hand and freeze his feet to the ground. Some ice.
You
cream
could do that as a free action, yes.
Cool.
Like he's just gonna do that. Of course, it's still
Yeah.
gonna hurt a little bit. He's gonna fall over still, but like now he's not moving.
What was your roll?
For who?
For Alex, what was his dexterity saving throw?
I didn't roll for anything. I was like,
You have to roll for
he could still
that.
make it.
Yeah, you have to roll.
Yeah. I was just saying that's what I want him to do. And
I
then
know that's what you want to do. Roll, and then we'll.
I am. I'm talking while I'm rolling right now. Roll. I got 22.
Okay, yeah. So what happens is that you go, oh crap, summon or teleport, freeze. You don't move. You rolled well enough that you don't move.
Wow.
Over Clink, very front of the cabin, you hear Clink say, "Hope everything is okay back there. Vertical G's at 16
Wow.
and climbing."
Leilani, are you knocked out or are you just on
No,
the floor
she-
in a heap?
She's on the floor in the heap, but
Okay.
she's going to start.
The ship is vertical right now, so you're gonna have to jump to get up or to use acrobatics.
Alduin is like.
No, she's going to pull herself up and sit on the bulkhead since it's vertical.
Okay.
That's fair.
But
That's
she is
fair.
angry. She is very, very angry. Her eyes are like balls of fire right now.
By the way, I rolled 17 for Alduin.
Okay, he's fine.
He just
He's
grabs
fine.
onto the tactical station, like,
He's
his feet are
like,
flapping
"Ah."
like this.
It's like, oh my god. And he just looks at Alex. Why are you so good at not falling? Because I have a crystal.
I need one of those. Yeah.
Entering
I heard
0G in 5, 4, 3,
Oh, this is gonna be
2,
funny.
1.
And everybody starts floating off the floor. Well,
Except
no.
if you're
Alex,
mounted on the
he's
floor.
glued.
Yeah, except for Alex, who is iced to the floor. Clink, who is strapped into the chair.
Mhm.
But the other people that's not strapped in, that's Leilani, Aya, Alduin, and Drac, I would imagine.
Drac is floating around somewhere downstairs.
Okay. And it's just kind of doing the, why don't I have weight? Why?
Alex is.
Clink looks over his shoulder and says, "I can turn on the artificial gravity systems, if you wish." As floating up to his shoulder. As you see not Eddie, but Clink slowly reaching for the anti-gravity button.
Alex is like.
That's not going to be a good idea if we don't have our feet firmly on the floor again.
Alex is like, I've never been in space before, or whatever you call it, so this is very weird. I don't like it. I'm not floating, of course, but you guys are.
Dracathio floats past Lana up through just kind of gives Lana a weird look and then floats up into the cockpit and says, "Maybe we best engage the anti-gravity systems. Acknowledge, Captain." Click. Everything drops.
Yep.
Leilani hits the floor. like she's face planted the floor.
I love the idea. Alduin was sideways, still holding on to like whatever he's holding on to, so now he just like falls face flat.
Okay,
like,
Alduin, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Because that was a hard knock.
Yep.
Aya's taking 5.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Leilani, you're taking to the 4.
It's okay. She's fine. She's got plenty of health.
External dampeners online. You are free to move about the cabin. Says Clink as he's just returned back to navigating. We'll arrive in about 20 minutes. Which is about like 5 minutes in real life.
I just realized something. Anti-gravity, or what was on for the entire ship. Moogie was on a crate, sleeping.
Yes,
He's
Yes,
gonna
he
have to
was.
roll
It
a
means
dexterity
he has
saving throw.
fallen.
Oh, yes.
He has to
Oh,
roll
yes.
too.
How does that work if he's asleep? He wouldn't know he's drifting.
No,
Unless
we'll
he's
just roll
woken
the
up.
damage. Yeah, we'll just roll
Yeah,
the
just
damage.
roll the damage.
he'll wake up hitting the floor.
Maybe
He
not.
He will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he comes crashing down to the crate that he was. Didn't even bother him.
My boy.
He's been jostled around before while he was in his sleep.
Yeah.
This is nothing new to him.
That's true.
He's just having a very vivid nightmare.
Oh yes, it is very vivid.
Very vivid, because it's real.
Leilani
Prepare
is
for
going to
hyperspace
pull
jump.
herself up.
Alex
10.
is like, what now?
Prepare for
Oh,
hyperspace jump in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes. Okay, not now.
She's going to pull herself up and start stomping towards the bridge.
She's technically. Wasn't she technically already at the bridge?
No, she,
No, she was-
flew through the
She
door.
flew back to the door.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
So she's stomping through the bridge, and Dracathio is just kind of like standing there. The ship has righted itself to like a level, kind of like a horizontal level. Even though external gravity is currently enabled, it doesn't really matter which position you're floating around in space, but whatever.
There is no position.
Yeah. So Dracathio is like over at one of the navigation charts, and he says, my, this ship is going very fast, and he pats kind of like one of the consoles and says, I built her right. And he's very proud of his ship right now. As Lana storms in through the
force
door.
the door open.
Have
you lost your small brain? Why are we going to Avernus?
Jump in 5 minutes. Comes from Clink.
I don't think we have a choice, Leilana, says Aya.
Alex
Dracathio
is
is
like,
She is glaring death at Dracathio right now.
Alex is
Dracathio
like-
looks up from his controls and says, "What? I can't change with these very rudimentary pieces and parts. I wasn't able to get the systems to be able to abort a launch. Where once our destination's
Why
locked in, it's locked in."
Did you choose Avernus?
He points to the robot and says, "It was his idea." And Clink,
Oh no! Oh no!
You are trying to get us killed, aren't you?
he just shrugs his shoulders and returns back to his like charts and like scans and stuff like that. And he says while he's like talking at the charts, he says, "You know, there's a lot of astrological interests out here in space. Maybe you should take a look." As he's like punching keys and stuff like that, completely oblivious to the fact that there's a pissed off Lana behind him.
She's got her staff raised like right above his head.
I'm going to knock you out!
And he says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." As he can see the reflection in the kind of like the glossed like mirror, and he says, "You realize you're assaulting a captain of this vessel. I can't
Alex
have
is
you
like,
thrown in
last
the
time I
brig."
checked of any ship, if you knock out the driver, then there's not really a driver.
"I'm not driving," Dracathio says. "I'm just navigating. The driver is Clink over there."
Well, if you knock out anyone involved,
Well, Drac is the
It's not
captain,
good.
but
Yeah.
Clink is the pilot.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, that's how that works.
Alex is like, don't knock out any higher ups. I've learned, don't do that. It's bad.
Fine, but you have earned my ire, you foolish thing. She's
And-
gonna
and-
sit in the only open chair she could find.
Aya looks at her, looks at Leilana.
Over the side, like turns around, looks at her from the side
Yeah.
station.
Look, I know you're not happy, but according to Clink, there's some abnormalities where we're going, so...
It's Avernus. There's always abnormalities there. It's a
Oh,
hell
my
world.
Jump
Yes,
in 2
yes.
minutes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Prepare for jump
Yes.
in 2 minutes.
Yes, I know, Leilana. It's horrible and all that other stuff. It's bad, but maybe we could do some good.
60
Alex,
seconds
like-
to jump.
Alex
Yeah.
unices his feet, and he's like,
I would
what
like
is...
to
Hang on,
point
hang on.
out something. You remember that day you entered my thoughts, and you saw that hellish world you found me in?
All too vividly. I still have nightmares. Thank you for that.
That was but a mere shadow of Avernus.
Oh, did you really have to? Wait.
Avernus is far worse than that particular hellscape you saw me in.
The stars.
Trust me, it's not nice.
Okay, so is that where this form came from? And as pointing to what Leilani looked like?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, so we're kind of going to your home plane or home world or home whatever.
In a sense, yes.
Oh.
I am a bit of a speck compared to the creatures there. I will not be able to protect you thoroughly while there. Trust me, it's not a good world. No good can come of that place.
Jumping, and the starfield just starts streaking
I
across
love how this
the...
is that time I keep trying to say I was gonna do something before the thing, and I just let everyone else talk.
You can
Well,
talk
what
now.
did you want to do? Yeah, what did you want to do?
I was just thinking like he was either gonna ask more questions, but now he can't, so he's just gonna try and buckle
You can
down.
ask as many questions as you want, dear heart.
Alex is horribly confused about this hell plane.
Oh.
He needs to ask Leilana.
Yes, he does.
He's like, excuse me, I have no idea where we're going, and I feel like you guys know, at least one of you.
Talk to Leilana. They apparently know where we're going, and just all of Aya's. She already looks pale, but the rest of the color that she would have had has now drained from her face
Question.
as she's turning around.
Hey, you're looking at these like readouts from like the science station. What is your character thinking right now as they're viewing all this? Because you're sitting at the science station, I'm assuming.
Yes. Not sure what she's looking at, but she'll make do what she's looking at.
Fair enough.
Oops.
I will say I'll give you the luxury that it is written in a language that she can read, which is common.
Okay.
So it's understandable.
So what is she looking at?
She is looking at kind of like a topographical outline of Avernus and like landing sites and stuff like that, and various plant life, and it's basically a history of Avernus.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so it's the if this was a planet, this is the environmental stuff that she's looking at.
Yes.
Cool.
All right.
Now, questions. Oh, Alex, Leilana,
Oh yeah.
speak.
Alex walks into alone and asks the big questions of where the hell are we going? And it seems like you know, so I'm asking you.
You want to know where we're going?
Well, I would rather not be left in the dark.
I'll do something better than telling you. I'll show you.
Excuse
She's gonna grab his face like full palm and drag him into her mind.
Whoa! Whoa!
You're now
Whoa.
standing in like this like black area with like the shining lights above you, and Lana's standing there next to you, and Alex is standing
That door
there.
right there, Alex. The one that looks old and decrepit. Open it and follow the hallway. I'll be right behind you.
Where are we, anyways? He says while walking. up
We're
to the-
in my mindscape. You're in my thoughts. Just go to the door and walk through.
Okay. He says nervously, opening the door. And starts walking down the hall, I guess.
It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. As you're walking down the hall.
At the end of the hall, you see this red, like almost like dark red light bathing the end of the hallway.
He just kind of takes a deep breath and then walks further into this area.
When you exit the hallway, out before you stretches this volcanic plain. There's pools of magma, there's burnt trees, there's these ghostly specters walking around, screaming in agony.
I'd say roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, so you don't throw up.
Oh no.
Because your body's going to react to this as well, so you don't want to throw up.
Yep.
Don't throw up. Whatever do you do? Don't throw up. Please. Ah!
What'd you roll?
before.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
You
turns
dry
her-
heave.
mask.
He turns
You
around
dry
and heaves
heave.
all over Lana.
No, he's wearing a gas mask. He's still wearing that shit. He needs to take it off if he wants to vomit.
Oh, he throws up into it then.
It's like, oh god, this is the 10th time I've done this.
Now, Alex, you see this land before you, drenched in fire and magma.
Let me assume, is that where we're going?
Oh, no. This is just my mind space. Where we're going is 10,000 times more frightening and more, well, hellish.
Jesus.
Apt.
Arrival.
Apt.
Meanwhile, outside the mindscape.
Oh,
Arrival in 5 minutes. Says Clink. As you can see the dot, the indicator of the ship moving closer towards the destination dot.
Lana's going to release Alex.
The question, did he vomit in reality?
Yeah,
You can.
yeah, you
Roll
dry
on.
heaved into your mask.
Oh, dry heaves?
Yeah, because you haven't eaten anything yet, so there's nothing in your stomach.
He still needs to clean it up, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even when you dry heave, you do spit up bile
Yeah.
and stomach
I
acid.
hate it. In real life, it sucks.
Yep.
But he's like, oh, I have to clean the mask out now. He just kind of.
Now, do you understand, Alex? I hope you do.
You did. You could have just explained. You had to go grandiose on me, now had you? You certainly did.
Sometimes explanations don't fit when a picture says 1,000 words.
Oh, I
Apt.
guess so.
Apt.
All crew. Arrival in 2 minutes.
Hey, I'm sorry you have to go to this terrible world.
Well, if it means fixing whatever's wrong there, I know you can't fix Avernus, but
Alright, Aya, can you please pick, a number from 1 to 6 for me? And tell me the number.
3.
Okay, there's an anomaly that pops up on your sensors.
Mhm.
And it says, entering hellish plane, and then it says, unstable atmospheric conditions, and you start feeling the ship rocking back and forth violently. Shields at 40%.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
And the red lights start flashing. Warning, warning.
You see what I mean?
Oh dear.
Alex
Hold on.
just walked
What?
out to clean his mask.
Alright.
Alright. As you're flying through like reddish clouds and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Lots
Alex
of
quickly
lightning
walks
and stuff.
He walks
yeah.
off to clean off his mask without anyone, because
Yep.
he's not in the mood to go through the situation of, oh, look
Yep.
what I look like under the mask. So he's just cleaning it off.
As you're washing off the mask, the ship rocks left to right. And
No.
1, 2, 3.
Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You break the clouds into Avernus, and the ship is literally out of control. Like, stabilizers are offline and stuff like that because the ship's taken so much damage.
Alex just
Manual
like
manual flight control unavailable. Brace for emergency impact.
Alex just slaps the mask back on, rushes through the door. What's happening? I walked away for a
Alarms are going off and stuff like that as the ship is spiraling out of control towards what looks like a volcanic crater below.
Like, he's so tempted to try and do something, but he doesn't think the crystal's strong enough to do something about this.
And Clink just is like limp in his chair because he's taken so much damage.
Oh.
He's
So
trying
we
to
crashed?
No, we are about to crash if someone wants to take over manual control.
Lana's gonna grab the manual controls.
Alright. What are you gonna do? Roll strength?
Roll strength.
Yep.
Come on, please don't fail me. She gets thrown.
Oof.
I rolled a 1.
As the ship
Yes.
spins upside down, and she just
Alex-
falls on the ceiling and rolls.
Alec just grabs the controls for himself, and he's like, "Okay, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done anything like this actually."
Roll a strength check.
Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
It's like +2, I think. Let me log in.
I should have brought Darby along.
17.
You manage to stabilize the ship as it scrapes on the bottom of the impact of the crater surface, and you go bouncing
not
along.
Too different. Not too different from the airship.
It's like skipping stones.
Landing gear, failure. Landing gear, failure. Landing gear, failure.
Oh, why does this sound so familiar?
The landing gear is completely ripped off.
Alduin, I just sent you a private message.
Okay, let me look with my 2 big eyes.
Meanwhile, everything's sparking and like lights are flickering
Which
and
character here is that?
steam.
That's Alduin. That's the reason why I said Alduin.
Oh. Why would old one hear this?
You don't know who it is. It's in your head.
Old one's like, ugh.
That puts me in mind of that song.
I don't feel... Okay, that's a little weird. He just kind of says. Well, Alex is just like, okay, what do you do when the landing gear isn't working? What do you do? He's like looking at all these buttons. This is more complex than an airship.
Roll me an intelligence check
For
Alex.
For Alex.
For Alex.
Intelligence. Where that is? Where is the? I see it. It has no modifiers.
Then just roll a d20.
It has like a +0, and that's as effective as a wet noodle. 9.
Yeah, you know what some of the buttons do, but they're not ones that help you fix what's happening to the ship.
Okay,
As
wait.
the bottom of the ship is scraping against the surface.
He just remembers one thing. It's like, okay, if airship doesn't have landing gears functional, you slow it down. He tries to slow the damn thing down as much.
Okay, that was one of the buttons that you actually were able to figure out.
Reverse thrust.
Yeah, is the stoppy thing.
The stop button.
Basically the air brakes.
Yeah. After slowing it down, then once it gets slow enough where he can actually just land it. Yes, it has no landing gears, but it being able to be laid down without breaking everything is a good idea.
Ducathio just comes up from the engineering room and says, "Who the hell broke my ship already?"
I didn't break the ship. The ship was breaking, and I just landed it. Alex just says,
There's
panicking.
a little this thing's still sparking and stuff like that. Red light's still pulsing.
Ugh.
He says,
I don't even know what happened. I went into another room to clean my mask, and this started happening, and Mr. Robot Friend over here is broken.
He reboots.
Oh, hello.
Severe
Good-
damage detected. Ship systems critical. Major repairs required.
Yeah, I think everyone could tell that, buddy.
As he unclips himself from the seat and says, "Captain, recommend repairs undergo immediately. We'll send an away team on your orders." And Ducathio says, "Very well. I'll be staying here to repair the damage." He looks at the Alex. Done
Why are
to the
you
vessel.
looking at me? I didn't do anything. I just slowed down. If I didn't do anything, the ship was going to be blasted to smithereens, probably.
And
Alright, so what's transpired so far?
the ship has crash landed on Avernus.
Well, Alex tried to make it not crash as much as possible by slowing it down.
I mean, the ship is salvageable, yes, but it will take a while for you guys to get back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the captain and Clink is recommending sending an away team to scout out the planet, or the surface of whatever this place is.
Yeah.
As Clink starts making his
We
way to the
should
door.
not have come here.
Alex just like, let's go to the controls, and it's like, okay, that was intense. At least I got this.
It kind of looks, yeah. It looks at the controls. Well, you're not a pilot, Alex.
Yes, but if I didn't do anything, the ship would have crashed.
as
Well, we crashed less than we did.
Tricathia leans underneath a bulkhead, pulls out a toolbox and starts like working underneath the underneath the pilot's chair, starting to like unscrew things and getting into the guts of the machinery. He's already starting to work. He says, "You guys gonna just stand there, or are you guys gonna survey the planet?"
I guess I'll lead the party on this one.
I guess we'll survey the planet.
Well, then look great.
You all heard what Lady Mary said, that she was going to send somebody that could possibly help, right?
Tricathio bangs his head inside the undercarriage of the chair and says, "Oh, I almost forgot," and he just scoots out from underneath and starts running to the transporters.
Oh.
Okay.
He's now in the transporter room. Is anyone
Okay.
gonna follow?
Aya will.
Yeah.
Lana is going to. Where's the nearest door that leads out of the ship?
There's only one door to the back of the cockpit area, and then there's two kind of like side hallways that go down to the second floor, and then another set that goes in the opposite direction down.
She's going to open the door to the cockpit that leads out and just start stepping out.
There is no door. You have to go through the cargo bay.
Oh, okay. She's going to head to the cargo bay.
Okay, you're gonna head to the cargo bay.
Okay.
Completely ignoring the fact that there's the transporter room next door.
She doesn't care at this point. She's angry.
All right.
She is.
Continue.
So Aya's gonna follow Drac to the transporter room.
He's already at the controls, beaming something in.
The beaming someone in. Yes.
Yes.
Give me a second. What Aya sees, and I'm going to describe this for everyone. Let me get to the description of this particular individual. 3 foot tall, copper skin, slightly dragon-like.
I know who that is.
Very blue eyes, wearing leather armor, has a rapier, and
I know. I think
has a bow strapped to her back, and just very wide-eyed.
Uh-oh.
And this individual goes, I was beamed, wasn't I? Oh God. Wait, who are you? Who are you? Where am I?
Tricathio just waves his hand and says, "Hi there, I'm Tricathio. I'm a dwarf. Welcome to Avernus."
Well, I knew you were a dwarf because of the beard. Who are you? Turning to Aya, and Aya looks out. Aya? Who are you? I'm Rags. Lady Mary decided that you needed help and sent me because I'd been here before. And apparently you have other people in this who's also been here, which that's very interesting. Oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? Why is Lady Mary sending me to these places?
Tricathio just says, "Computer, water, cold, iced."
Ice now.
And he just hands her a cup of water.
She takes, and she very carefully drinks it, and goes, "Where is the rest of this lovely party that's going to be exploring the wonderful world of Avernus?"
And you just hear the intercom. Cargo hatch opened.
Oh no. And you see Rex just kind of, like she owns the place, walks out of the transport room and heads towards the
cargo bay.
Cargo bay with Aya in tow.
And Tricathio just says, hey, my ship. And he just shakes his head and he's like, "Why does everyone not respect me in authority?" As he's just trudging down the hallway. As he's headed to the engine, he makes a sharp left to the engine room.
Where is Alex and Alduin? Did they follow Lalana?
Nope, they are still in the bridge.
No, they're following. They're just like Alex is like Alduin is very kind of like creeped out a little bit, while Alex is just kind of a little dizzy from vomiting and also needing to control a ship all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yep. Okay. So
they're a little slow right now. Like they get to
so
the
they'll get there. Okay. So Rags and Aya walk into the cargo room, see a very sleeping goblin who has not moved.
Not even a little bit.
Not a little bit.
And
a little bit of drool.
Lana is up at this like control thing with this giant elevator as it's lowering down, and she's just waving as she's like slowly lowering into the surface.
No, she's not waving, but she's just standing there like,
stock still.
Kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him.
And
Freddy is there next to the controls, and he says, "Apparently, someone opened the cargo hatch, and is attempting to make their way to the surface, with no life support suits whatsoever. I strongly disagree and do not advise this course of action."
Aunt Rags kind of looks at this floating robot thing. When did we get these? And Aya goes, yeah. Alternate universe. Not you too. Yes, me too. And makes a beeline for the wherever Leilani is right now.
The elevator.
The elevator has to come back up because you're going to have to jump like 60 feet down.
Okay.
Alduin and Alex finally get there, and it's like, hey, what happened?
What you see is this little tiny kobold.
Just like, Alduin's like, oh. Huh. I didn't know there's another person. Cool, I guess. And now it's just like, I'm not even going to question it.
Freddy turns around and looks at him and says, "I think it's a stowaway."
I am not a stowaway. Drathio beamed me aboard. You hush, before I shoot an arrow in your eye.
That is not medically adept.
From behind you, you all hear this loud.
Now, if you don't mind, I need to go tend to another patient. And he just floats away to Moogie.
Just this loud snoring in the background.
As this like arrow is pointed at its face.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. But it's just like, okay, I'm trying to remember what those are called. Brain processing noises. Old one's like a kobold. That's what it's called. Oh, okay, thank you.
There's a dull thud as the elevator hits the floor, where Lana's on the ground.
I wish he had not plotted a course for this world. He's lost his mind.
As the elevator slowly comes back up.
She looks over his shoulder and goes, whatever, starts walking forward.
Where is he going?
We don't know yet because we're not there.
Yeah, Leona knows where she's going.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just imagine like Alex or Alduin just looking. It's like, where is she going? Why is she going that way?
So the thing comes back up. We get into the elevator. The thing goes back down. And what you see... I'm just going to read you the bits and pieces here. The hellscape of Avernus sits under a hideous clouds that obscure the vault of the sky, from which occasional meteor streaks before streaking into the ground. Ambient light continually swells up from just below the horizon, lit by 9 setting suns. Yet no celestial bodies fill the sky. No sun, no moon, no stars. This constant twilight makes it difficult for the denizens of Avernus to attract the passions of time.
So doomed.
Yes, the atmosphere reeks of brimstone and burning tar. Hot gusts of wind streak across the hellscape to scour the land below. Sometimes these winds swirl into immense sandstorms. There's not one happening yet.
It's happening now.
Not yet. Biting flies, hell wasps, and blood-sucking sturges patrol the air, hunting for any source of blood to feed on. So, in a word,
Doom.
Death.
Death. So you guys have landed. It is a really nasty, nasty place.
At least Alex is spared from the smell with the gas mask.
Oh yes. Although, judging from your
Earlier
companions-
extravaganza.
Oh no.
Well, he cleaned
Judging
up.
from the other people who are just sitting there going, "Oh my God, what is that smell?" You're pretty sure that the smell's pretty rank.
I'm very lucky I have this mask, aren't I? And
You are.
Aldwin is like, you are. Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Leilana,
Mm-hmm.
you get about maybe 5 feet, and you come. Well, you find that you can't go any further. You're kind of where the ship has landed. You're up on a cliff. And you hear the elevator. You heard the elevator go back up, and then you heard the elevator come back down, and you hear your companions come, but you do hear one new voice you've never heard before. What do you do?
She's not gonna really move anywhere. She's just gonna like stand there and wait for them.
Okay. Rags is going to come up to this. How tall is Leilana? Just give me a height.
She is 6'8".
Oh, she's tall. Okay.
She's an elf, former elf.
Okay. So, Rags comes up to this really tall person.
Hang on 1 second. I'm being summoned.
Oh. Well, we'll do the other people.
Yeah. So Clink walks up. Eyes surveys the area and says, "Habitable, but barely."
Well, that's not what we were thinking when we first came here. I still don't know how we managed to get here, but why is Lady Mary throwing me into the wolf's den again? Just why?
Alex is like, I feel like everyone needs a gas mask.
No, you don't need a gas mask. It's not actually all that bad. It's going to be annoying after a while, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
Clink turns around and says, "I can go get the EV suits if we wish."
Yeah, we're going to stick out like sore thumbs. Wait. And she looks at you,
Who?
Clink.
Hold on. Can you turn down your mic just a little bit?
How?
Okay, I'll turn them down just a little bit. There we go. Say something.
Hi. Hello.
Are you clipping it? Is she clipping again? No, she has to do it. Okay, yeah, I did it. So I'm just trying to see. Continue talking so that I can see.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Give me a second. No, that's not what we need.
That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can turn you up just a smidge.
Yeah. Well, I just lowered my
Input.
volume.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Let us know in chat if they're still too loud or too soft and stuff like that, and we'll try and adjust from our end. Alright, continue.
Okay. So, Alex, you see this kobold. She
Mhm.
looks very assured of herself. She knows this environment, so if there's any questions, other than
Hmm.
that was answered from Leilana,
Um,
you may ask.
let me
She
think.
is.
It's gonna take me a hot
She.
second.
Well, yeah. She is. She is kind of scanning the horizon. Um.
It's basically Alex is like I'm kind of new to this everything, so he's just like
New to this
thinking.
everything. Yeah. That much was. Where do you come from? Who are you?
Where did I come from? For one,
Well, first, tell me who you are, and then we'll go on to where you come from.
well,
One question at a time.
my name is Alex.
Alex.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his name.
And where you come from?
Oh, I come from a
Alright,
different.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
That's fine.
Mom needed help.
You're fine.
I come from a different reality and well, a different faction, and all the whole yards. A lot of this, I don't even think kobolds exist. What you guys are, I know they're small dragons, but I'm not going to think about that too hard. Thinks about too hard. Ah!
Okay, so what was going on now?
Well, we were going to a different person since you had to step out. Well, okay. I'm pretty sure that this one, pointing to Leilana, has told you about this place in no uncertain terms.
Well, more have shown me, and it was kind of terrifying.
Well, yes. This is what's known as the first level of the 9 hells. This is only the first level. There are
Huh.
8 other levels of hell.
In my world, I'm pretty sure we don't have a hell at all. I have no idea. So,
And, well, this isn't a very nice place. It's filled
Emphasis on very.
oh,
it's filled with devils and demons and one really not nice dragon goddess. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, it's just not a nice place.
yeah, this reality is completely different to my own, so I am very much a fish out of water. He just kind
Well,
of does that like pose of
you
like
know what? You're
confidence.
doing very well for being a fish out of water. You helped these people get through for what Lady Mary told me, a clockwork monstrosity.
Well, clockwork is close enough to steam stuff, so I was able to figure it out mostly.
Yeah, okay. Any rate,
Mhm.
I have been here once before with another group where I had an elf, druid, a uh, owl man, a dragonborn, blue dragonborn, a human cleric, and a monk that came down here, and we met somebody, and I hope to gosh I don't meet her again because she was. This one's scary. The person that we met was even scarier than that, and that took some doing.
Clink's
One
going
of the
to
reasons
continue to look around.
there is one very explicit reason. I did not want to return to this world.
Hmm.
And Rags will come up to Leilana.
I
You see this little uh uh
oh, another kobold. How
kobold
interesting.
looks at you and goes, I know this is a source of immense torment and sadness and madness and everything in between. I know. This is Not a happy place.
Especially not for me.
I know. But
Do you want to know why I didn't want to come back to this world?
I can guess you were tortured.
No, worse. I can handle being tortured. That much is fun for me. But what I can't stand is being hated.
Hated.
And trust me, there are many things here in Ivanus that despise my existence. And because you are my party members, they'll see that as a way to break me even further.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be breaking me anytime soon.
Clink chimes in and says, if anything is going to be broken, it'll be them. And he just cracks his metallic knuckles.
Yeah, just like the I'm gonna beat you up thing with his hand, like punches his palm.
To each your own, then, but I warn you. But even if they are small, the demons here are still powerful. Do not underestimate them.
Well, that sounds bad.
Clink says, well, rather than just standing here, let's go find whatever the source of this disturbance is.
As Rags has been looking over this it's a hellscape. It really is. I actually went and rolled for perception.
Oh,
Let's see, that's a 17 plus.
were you rolling?
That's
I hear numbers being calculated.
2. Okay, that's 32. Rags
wow.
go, oh no, we're not in that place again. How did I manage to do this twice in one lifetime? God.
So you know it too, then.
I'm so confused. What's going on? Alex just kind of pops his head in.
Or pops his head around.
Yeah.
And Rags points off, and I'm going to read the description because this is a wonderful, wonderful description. A fortified compound sits atop a low plateau that rises out of a crater pocket landscape. At the center of the compound, of rust-colored stone that resembles a hand crawling out of the ground, with grass between the fingers. A jagged wall made of rock, bones, and metal debris surrounds this hand-shaped hill. Other highlights are visible from this distance, include a gatehouse atop which stands a half a dozen small figures on watch.
Mm.
And Leilana, roll me a history check. So you've been here before, and do it with advantage, please.
That is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what I'm describing. It is the place called Fort Knucklebone.
Great.
And yes, you
What
have
is that
been here at
place?
least once.
She's been here twice.
Yeah, she's been here twice. And she knows
Because
exactly what citizens are in that place.
we have to go there of all places.
I know!
What is that place? Just like
Fort
Alex.
Knucklebone. It is where the souls of the dead go when they come here to be filtered.
Well, that was your understanding when you went.
Yeah.
And yeah, you had been there twice, and you're a lot more accepted. You knew that you were a lot more accepted there, although people did kind of look at you, kind of, we still don't like you. We'll do business with you, but we still don't like you, kind of a thing.
Yeah, nothing in this world officially likes her.
That's true.
Clink is doing a tactical analysis on the thing. So how would I do that? Perception?
What do you mean by tactical?
He's trying to decide if it's gonna be like tricky to get into there, or if it's gonna be like there's gonna be
Okay,
need
that
of
would
infiltration.
be. Roll me a. Okay, roll me a survival.
Survival, okay. Look at my survival skill.
Because you
Oh,
still
my
have to
plus
cross the landscape in order to get to it.
Well, you guys didn't land that far away from it, but yes, you still have to cross the landscape.
Clink just looks at the landscape and says, "Terrain unknown." And then you just see like dust collecting in his eyes, and he got the scan really bad. He's like,
What did you roll?
I rolled a 1 with a +1, so it's 2.
So it's a 2.
Wow.
Yes, I'm sorry, Clink. You tried to do the scanning and something throws off your scan. You don't know what. It might be the dust. It might be it might be any number of things, but something throws it off.
Alex
Well,
is
if we're going to get going. Apologies, Alex. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We're going to get going. Let's get going and talk along the way.
Alex,
Yeah, why don't we do a walk and talk? That would probably be easier. Oh, Lord.
Alex wants to looks how far the place is and also how rough the terrain is, and he's gonna think about
Also,
it.
Alex, you also roll me a survival check?
Oh god, a survival check. Okay,
Mhm.
Alex, how good are you at survival checks?
Terrible.
Probably.
Lord have mercy.
Lord
It's
have mercy.
It's a +2, and he rolled a 3. Good job. I love you, Alex.
Yep, that was bad.
Okay, what was it?
A 3 total.
A
Yeah,
3.
3
Yeah,
total.
you're also looking at the
His mask just gets all covered in dust. He's
it's
like,
the same thing.
he's just
all
rubbing his
covered in
face.
dust.
I'm
Yep.
trying to he's trying to survey how rough the terrain is, but no, dust just wants to be in his way.
Let me give you a word of advice while you're here. Don't look for hope. Expect only despair and pain.
Okay.
For when you look for hope, you are blinded.
Well, I'm not looking for hope. Sadly, I'm just looking for how rough and far the place is, and also how rough the terrain is.
I think I can help you with it it looks like we can walk from here. There looks like there's a ramp. A ramp. We walk down here, and then if we kind of angle ourselves, this way, and then her directions are somewhat competent.
Sporadic.
Well,
Yeah.
they're somewhat competent. You can see where she's pointing. Like there is an actual like ramp from where you guys are down to this swath of hellscape.
Clink starts just
And-
walking towards the path.
Alex,
And then as she's continuing to explain that there does look like there's a way that you can go up to the fort.
Alex is thinking of something a little crazy, and this is why he's trying to look if it's a good enough path for it. Should I just say what he's about to do so I don't blindside you?
Yeah, go ahead.
He wants, because he can just teleport to his world, but he's not doing it because he wants to help everyone now at this point. This is just his character development at this point. But he can, if he wants, go back to his world to nab a vehicle. He could very much nab at one of the steam workers' vehicles if he really wanted to. Because they have off-road terrain vehicles. But nothing super advanced. They're just steampunk vehicles that have big treads and shit.
Why don't I have the other one? That. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that something that you could just do?
Yeah, he can open up a portal, run through the portal, and then drive out the vehicle.
Wouldn't he need the crystal for that?
Yeah, he has a crystal floating right next to him.
The crystal's
Or he-
actually in the back of.
No, he can pull it out.
Oh, you pulled it out. Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah. He did. Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you actually want to do that, or do you just?
I'm just saying if it's okay to do it, and then I'll do it.
Question: I had a thing I wanted to suggest to you, Gearbox, if you want, about like the type of vehicle. Since this is we have a couple of them on the ship. I forgot to mention. They're like SRVs from Elite Dangerous.
Well, these are like heavy. These are like off-road, like unit transports practically.
Oh, okay,
Imagine
so
tanks
Okay.
that are kind of armored,
Okay.
but for
Yeah.
people to be in.
I only have 2 of them on the ship, so someone would have to walk.
This vehicle can have everyone in it if
Right.
he
Fair
gets it.
enough.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
So Alex, you are going to try to create a portal?
It's not really a try. Basically, how the crystal goes is it doesn't need rolls, but it takes mana away. I only have 100 mana to use.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to put
Like, how much mana will it use? Unless I have to roll for mana.
No, you don't have to roll. Well, you will have to roll for mana if it works. And I'm giving you.
All right.
You have to get.
What?
I'm rolling it.
Okay.
You have to get a below a 50% in order for that particular bit to work. Because you are on another plane of existence, technically.
Yeah, and this plane of existence will, because it's in Vernus, it will interfere with your mana.
Well, as I said, if he gets below 50%, then it works, and that's when you take the mana off. Does that
If it fails, it take any mana, or is it just
no?
poops out? Like,
If the thing fails, you don't take any mana off. It just fizzles.
just nothing happens.
Yeah, just nothing happens. But if it works, then you take the mana off.
Okay.
Okay. I just rolled, and unfortunately, it was a 68. So you tried to create a portal, and nothing happens.
He just groans so loud.
I told you to abandon hope.
I wasn't hoping. I was just trying to be useful for once.
You tried to create a portal out of here, didn't you?
No, okay. I'll explain. I was just trying to open a portal so I could go and borrow one of my faction's vehicles. You know how useful that would be?
You see, Rags has started to walk down this.
Clink is not too far behind.
Yeah.
I like how
not too far behind that. It's kind of, and Rags is actually now at the bottom after you two have had this conversation. It's sort of like, are you guys coming or not?
I like how every time I try to make my character useful, the dice hates me, and every time I don't, the dice loves me. I'm so tired and aggravated already that I'm just.
I know that was the reason why I did it's a half and half.
I'm tired at this point. Like I don't care about the dice roll anymore. I'm just tired of. I hate this. I hate these characters I made for this fact. Like all my other characters for all over tabletops are good because they actually are useful and they're interesting.
Don't worry, Alex will be useful in just a few minutes.
I need to take a break before I have a freaking whatever. I need more coffee or something.
Okay, go grab more coffee. We'll cut to break. Okay. Do we want to do that?
He already left.
Okay. Well, do we want to continue or do we want to cut to break? Because I need to get
Let's
water.
just keep walking. Alex can walk and whatnot along with us, and then we'll take care of it when he gets back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Leilana is going to start walking.
Okay.
All right.
So Rags is taking that. This is the order. This is what I'm saying. Rags is on point. She was first down.
Clink
then it
is
was
behind.
Clink.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's Rags. A Clink. Leilana, where are you? Where are you in this?
Leilana's at the back of the group.
Okay, so you're last. And then we have Alduin and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex will become important in just a few minutes when he gets back.
Why is your volume so low?
What do you mean?
Like I turned your volume up, but you're still low.
Oh, on the stream?
No, in Discord.
Oh, we turned her down she turned herself down just a little bit because she was keep peeking on the audio channel.
Oh.
Well, hang on. Let me go to 75. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a lot better. It sounds like you were at 25.
No, I was at 60.
For me, it sounded like you were at 25. So that's what I'm saying. It was
Oh
weird.
wow, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was like you were. It's like you were like standing like 10 feet away from your mic.
Oh
For me, that's what it sounded like.
yeah, I understand that completely.
I'm like, wait, why is she walking away from her mic? What the hell?
I'm not walking. You can see me on screen. I'm not walking away from
I
the
can't see stream and have my browser open at the same time.
There is no coffee to my dismay.
Oh no.
But
I'm
there's
sorry.
soda, but no straws for soda because ice. I hate ice, so I just use. I use ice to keep my drink cool, but I use a straw to get past the water. But
I am so sorry. Anyway, I have put us in kind of a marching order. It's Rax first, then Clink, then Aya, then Alduin/Alex.
what's
whichever-
happening?
We're walking.
Oh, I thought we're fighting. That'd be bad.
No. I'm just putting us in a kind of a walking order.
Are we still going, or do we
Yeah.
take a break?
No, we're going.
We're still going.
We're still going.
Okay. Oh my head. Ugh. I don't know why, but that tipped me over the edge there. I'm just like so
I
like.
am so sorry. Sometimes the dice love you, and sometimes the dice don't love you.
I'm just
anymore.
gonna keep making Alex try and do things because Aldwin is doing nothing because I hate Aldwin. But just because he's my first character that does nothing but breathe.
Eh. Okay. So you guys are walking. And you walk up to. And I'm going to say it's going to take you about maybe 20 minutes to get from where you guys were to the
From the crash site to the.
gatehouse.
Yep.
Okay.
Alex is just grumbling to himself.
So when you come up to the gatehouse, you notice six figures, 6 small figures at the gatehouse. And just kind of. Okay. Right. These things are small. These things are small. They have the red caps. They have on them. They have like sides. Like they've got sides to their side. They've got big old boots. They look like teeny tiny dwarves, but that's not what they are. And one of these creatures looks down as you guys are coming up and goes, "What's the password? Hey, what's the password?"
What the? Just
Kind of the-
confusing.
Yeah. What's the password?
Oh, I know what they're saying. They're just saying it so quickly I could barely understand.
Password. Password.
Alana's going to walk to the front of the group, and she's going to bend down and look at this creature directly in the eye.
They're in a guard tower, so you're gonna have to get up.
Yeah,
she's gonna
look up.
at them.
Yeah. I don't know
I'm
why I'm
thinking-
thinking the rest of them are looking at you.
I don't know why, but I'm just thinking Jawa for no reason. Like Star Wars Jawas.
Yeah, except that's a very apt thing, except they're not wearing the cloaks.
Yeah.
So
no,
does she have to roll history to remember the password? Because she's been here before.
She has been here before. Let me roll a perception, first of all. See if you know what these things are.
Okay, that's cool. That's a 9.
Yeah, well, you're not that far away from them, and you do have a vivid memory of these. These are red caps. They're mischievous creatures. On that note, give me a second. Oh. After the one goes, what's the password? The other ones kind of go, kind of do the shake, 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 shake. Because they're all looking at Leilana at this point, because Leilana has come to the front. And they all kind of shake the one that's violently asking for a password.
Mm-hmm.
and you hear the one that asked for the password looks at you, Leilana, and goes, okay, we're sorry. Kind of, we're sorry. We're sorry. You didn't have to roll an intimidate check. They're already intimidated by you. We're sorry. We're sorry.
They know who I am.
Yep,
You know
that was what I was
why.
rolling for. They knew who you were. We're sorry. There is no password.
Open the door.
Yes, mistress. Yes, mistress. Yes, mistress. You hear lots of yes, mistresses. And the door opens.
Clink just follows behind Lana.
Mm-hmm. Rags kind of looks at Leilana and goes, well, that's one way of doing it.
I used to own this fortress long ago.
Oh.
Before I was cast out of Avernus.
Yeah, oh boy.
Whoa, that's it's a story development.
The area enclosed by the rampart is littered with trash and mechanical parts, some put together in a way that resembles a vehicle. Ramshackle structures built from the same junk as the outer wall provide shelter. A platoon of small fey creatures mill about, all looking like feral gnomes. Several of them sport tall red caps. It's more of those red caps that you guys had just met.
Yep.
And some which drip with vile ichor. A pair of kinku examine one of the strange vehicles, chattering to each other in high-pitched squawks. These kinku can carry an assortment of strange tools. When they see you, they turn and stare in wonder. So you have these two kinkus looking at you.
Like, Alex is not familiar with any of these creatures.
A kinku is a bird.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that, but I don't know.
Okay.
Well, Alex doesn't. Alden knows, of course, but Alex just knows nothing about this. He's just like, he's just so confused. Like, what is that?
These two kinku look at the group and also, just a quick roll here. Also notice, Leilana, their eyes go immediately wide. You have managed to scout this whole place without even rolling up. It's great. They come to you. Oh, mistress. Can't keep the boss waiting. Mistress. There's one of them, and he runs off into one of the trash structures. A moment later, he returns, leading a tall creature wearing a long, tattered shift covered in mud, blood, mold, and worse. The hag's eyes seem to move independently of each other as she approaches. Her straggly brown hair hanging in front of them, resting on each shoulder as red-eyed ravens scrutinize your group. Behind her, a hulking creature built of desperate, fiendish parts trudges, moaning and mopping as it walks.
And this is a hag?
This is a hag.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I know what hags are. They're not nice.
No, you play one on our pirate game.
That's different though than a hell hag. Hell hags are a lot different.
This isn't a hell hag.
What is it?
Well,
You don't know.
You don't know yet.
A hag.
This particular person, this particular hag, walks up to your group, takes one look at you, Lilana, smiles, all teeth. It goes, "Hello, dearies."
Ah.
Now, do I need to roll a history check to try to remember her name?
Yes, you do. And as a matter of fact, so does.
Do I get advantage because I'm familiar with the area?
Oh, yeah, you do, and so does Rex, because Rex is familiar.
Wait a minute.
Oh shit!
Did you roll a 20?
No, I got better. What is
Oh.
19 plus 7?
19 plus 7?
Yeah.
26. Which is good because for Rags she had a 23, but both of you get it almost at the same time. Rags, her eyes widen, and you get it too. You know that this particular hag's name is Mad Maggie. Technically, she took over this place after you were kicked out, Leilana.
You.
Hello, dearie.
Ah!
I see you've
Don't
done
scream.
wonders with the place since I left.
I did have it dolled up just a bit. How are you, my dear?
I would be better off if I was not here, but you can blame this one, she points to Clink, for plotting a course here. I'm still fuming at him.
That is not your concern, says Clink.
Now, Mad Maggie walks up to this
7
the
foot
Warforged.
tall.
7 foot tall.
7 foot 1 inch.
Yep. Tall person,
Mhm.
and looks at you. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen someone like you, dearie.
Either
And then
have
she
I.
looks. And then she looks at Alduin and Alex.
Like the crystal of Alex's crystal is trying to hide behind him, but it being glowing, spinning, and flashing color, not flashing, but pulsating colors, it's not very easy for itself to hide.
Mad Maggie looks at you. Alex looks at this beautifully flashing crystal. That is an interesting trinket.
Alex is like panicking inside.
Clink would like to roll persuasion and let her know that is not for sale.
It's not.
Okay, go ahead. You roll
28.
Persuasion?
28.
Okay. Mad Maggie then turns back around to you, Clink.
Mhm.
Well, it might not be so, but you might.
I am not for sale. I'm gonna roll another persuasion.
Okay.
That is a 7 plus 8.
That's a 15.
Yep.
It's actually looking up hag.
Yeah.
There it is.
Mhm.
Okay. This one was a little less convincing.
Yeah.
She just kind of does her big toothy grin. Let's see here. I have the former owner of this place. 2 very delicious people. A wonderful warforged. Yes, I know what you are. And Rex, so good of you to come back to my little realm. Rags is actually, as soon as Rags noticed that it was Mad Maggie, has now hid behind Leilana. Because she's far more scared of Mad Maggie than she is of Leilana at this point.
Like behind the dress.
Yeah, behind the dress. Just kind of doing
what little scantily clad dress she's wearing?
Yep. Just kind of. She scares me, but she scares me even more. It's kind of her mental capacity. Aya is just kind of sitting there going, "What the heck?"
Well, Mad Maggie, it seems you've done a number on the place.
I have, dearie. Oh.
So tell me something. Though you're in charge, why exactly is everyone still terrified of me?
Why wouldn't they be terrified of you? You did kind of run this place into the ground, dearie.
Clink just kind of like chuckles softly to himself.
How can robots chuckle?
Well, we're here for a reason, and I'm sure you know why we're here.
Oh, so you were the ones who came into that marvelous, and she points off to the direction of the ship, of that marvelous ship that I see over there.
Yes, we're here because this one apparently thinks there's disturbance in this world that we can fix. Not sure why, since this is Inverness. Nothing here ever gets fixed.
Well, that is true that nothing in this world gets fixed. There might be a few things that could be done. Come follow.
Oh, and a word of caution, Mad Maggie.
Yes.
Just because they look delicious doesn't mean you get to eat them.
You wound me, Leilana. Why would I eat such fine specimens?
Give me a second.
Because I know you. You take a taste for something, and you devour it until there's nothing left. You are a glutton, after all.
Yes, you played into that nicely. I love it. So she invites you to follow her, and as you were walking through this place, you do see very much what I was reading out. You do see more madcaps. You see a variety of different things, and they all are just kind of going, "Oh shit, the old boss is here. We need to look like we're busy."
I can just imagine, like, off in the corner near one of those, like, machine things, there's just, like, a dropped, like, wrench or something like that.
During this particular exchange, someone did drop, like, a wrench. And because it's quiet, everybody heard the wrench drop. Kind of...
It's like the mic drop, but worse.
Yeah. So she leads you back to where she has been staying, and it's spacious, but it does look like someone who has the hoarding problem. I know all of you guys know.
Yep.
You know, things stacked up to the ceiling. Things look like they're about to fall over. It's spacious in here. I mean, all of you don't have a problem being in here. It's just.
Clink just rubs his hand on a book or some object and just looks at the dust and says, "Look, seems about right."
Dusty.
Oh yeah, Leilana, you do recognize this place as it being your residence.
I see you've packed this place a bit full, haven't you?
Oh yes, including one of my recent acquisition, and she points down to a cage. In the cage is let's see if I can get a oh, I flipped right to it. this particular creature looks like a miniature elephant with wings.
And what is that?
You hear a squeak coming from the cage. Oh. You're not going to sell me to that thing, are you? Says the creature inside the cage. And Mad Maggie looks down at this creature and goes, hush you, I'm not done with you yet.
What is that?
As I said, in a recent acquisition from a previous group, this is Lulu. No lie, that is the character's name.
Like, Alex is gonna look at it and just like...
Alex?
Huh?
Roll me a history.
But the Nani?
Nani?
Why would he roll a history?
You just roll a history.
Ah, Jesus, I'm not gonna be happy. Because I'm not gonna... I'm rolling really low today and I just want to give up.
Don't give up yet.
I want to give up.
Don't give up yet.
Because I've been rolling low, like 3
Just-
1s, 2,
just-
5.
You know, he rolled, and I see what he rolled. Is that what you just rolled?
I just rolled it and I'm so sad because every time I love how the dice hate me today. I'm just not having a good day today.
Hang on.
Maybe cycling the dice bot.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
I feel like I should use a different dice program because this dice program is dicking me right now.
I'm just gonna cycle the bot for a quick second.
Is that resetting it?
Yeah, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
There we go.
You look at this creature, and you've heard stories.
From
Fake
where?
stories, but stories. You recognize this creature as a... Hang on, I gotta get back to the page.
Have I been spared by the DM? From the evil
little bit.
clutches of the dice?
Just a little bit. You know this creature as a Hollyphant.
Hollyphant?
It is a miniature-looking elephant with luminous gold fur and rapidly fluttering wings. You know it's a good-aligned creature.
He just says like, huh, I thought these things didn't exist.
That was the reason why it was stories. But you did hear a story about these creatures.
Why is
And
this
now
thing
you've seen
here?
one. It's like, they're true.
And also because they're good-natured things, he feels bad for this thing being in a cage.
Exactly.
So,
And well, now you can reveal that information if you so desire, or
Like he's
not.
muttering,
That's up to you.
like what I said is like what he mutters out. Just he didn't know these things existed and stuff.
Okay. All right.
Like he doesn't really want to disclose it too much, but he
Right.
looks to his party with like the look of I know what this thing is.
Oh well, actually, you're not the only one that knows what this thing is.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And so does Rags. Rags looks at the cage, looks at Mad Maggie, and goes, "You are still keeping our. What are you still doing with her?" Visibly, the kobold is now very upset.
Oh,
Clink's gonna walk up and say, "How much for this one?"
What's
Oh, this one is not for sale.
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
you keep rolling persuasion.
It works.
This robot has high charisma, bro.
Yes.
How much does the original
18
stat?
plus 8.
26.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Maggie looks at you.
Huh.
Oh, I had to. She takes a look at you and goes, "I tell you what, It seems that you have arrived on a special day. And you hear Lulu go, "Oh no, not again. No, 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 not like last time. No, 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 no."
Mad
And
Maggie, before you make your announcement, perhaps I could offer you something of equal value for that little thing in the cage. Something I'm sure would make things around here a little more interesting on your behalf.
you have me intrigued. What is it?
She's going to pull out her staff of python and stab it in the ground. My staff for the little one.
Oh, you really want to give that up?
Put it this way. I'm not exactly in need of such a staff. But if you want to secure your authority here, having this staff would be more to your liking.
That is true. I do have one person who's out looking for things to help me consolidate my power here. He's not due back for another day.
Well, imagine how feared and attentive they'll be when they learn you possess this.
I tell you what. As I was starting to say, I will take you up on that offer. But it appears that you have come on one of our many tournament days.
Oh, fantastic. You're keeping that old tradition going.
Oh, yes. You were the one that started it, my dear, and I just thought, why not keep it going? I've already gotten one delightful prize from this wonderful tradition.
Very well. What is the name of the game, Mad Maggie?
Oh, it is a tournament of champions, where you go to the gladiatorial ring and fight for your lives.
Something that I'm sure my party is very familiar with.
Oh, jeez.
She looks at Clink and Alex.
Clink is just cracking his knuckles.
Oh, Lord. I love this. I so love this. But since tournaments also come with contracts, since you will be my fighting team, part of that contract is if we win, I get this wonderful staff.
Very well.
If we
That
The
win,
other part.
Oh. The other part is that if we lose, one of you will stay here with me.
Just Alex and Aldwin start like they look at each other just listen.
Very well. Let
Just,
the tournament begin, Mad Maggie.
Oh no! Alex is so nervous looking.
you just see the eyes of Clink just like running through various tournament kind of like old gladiatorial stuff. Like he's gonna roll history for this.
Go ahead. Roll a history. Roll that history check.
That is a solid 20 plus. Let me see what my history is. Modifier. +1, so 21.
For what Clink knows about tournaments, they come in a series of rounds.
Yep.
And this is on any other plane other than this one.
Yeah, he's thinking of like the Roman battle, kind of like.
kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They come in rounds. There's usually a set number of people inside.
Yeah.
And then other people watch it, and sometimes they're to the death, but not always.
Yeah.
More than likely, it's usually to first blood.
Mhm.
So whoever can get first blood. But that's other places. That's not here. So he's got a good working knowledge of what's in other places. Mad Maggie kind of sizes you up. Excellent.
Leilana is going to stare directly into Mad Maggie's eyes. She's going to roll an intimidation check.
That is fair. That is so fair.
Let's see.
Damn it.
21.
Okay.
But listen closely, Maggie. You betray us even once. If I so much as smell deceit on your breath, I will unleash a force you have never seen before, and I will obliterate every ounce of your being. Do I make myself clear?
I'm gonna assist with that, if that's okay. I'm gonna roll my own intimidation.
Go ahead.
28. And he's,
wow!
and
Oh, yeah.
Clink's eyes just turn like red crimson, and like his voice modulation just changes to a deeper, and he says, "And if you break your contract, you will be the one that is null and void.
Oh, jeez.
Hell will shake to the point where bones will rattle, and nothing will be able to stay alive ever again. This place will crumble to ashes, where there's no more ashes, and will be blown away to smithereens."
Jeez.
Okay. While this particular exchange is going on, I had Rags roll her wisdom saving throw against fear.
Fear.
So,
Wait, who's she rolling against? Maggie or Leilana?
Or Clink.
Well, actually, all three. It was a base roll that she got a 17. She has a +9. She's fine. I rolled again for Aya. Aya rolled a 6. Her saving throw is a +1. Yeah, she's not going to be any good. She just hears all this.
Clink just came out of nowhere and just like.
Yeah, and she's just kind of going, oh, jeez. Just kind of, she's trying in vain to back up out of the place that you're in, but she has nowhere to go.
Mhm.
You know, it's like encountering your greatest fear and can't get away from it. That's what Aya is experiencing right now because of all the intimidate checks.
Now that that's all the out of the way, let's begin then, shall we?
Mad Maggie kind of looks at. It looks like undaunted. Kind of looks at the group and looks straight at Aya. It looks like that one won't be able to handle the battlefield, as it were. Is that one yours?
Yes, she's my sister. And she can handle herself. She'll get over it.
I thought you had a brother, dear one.
I do.
So where
but
is
he's
he?
not here right now.
But where is he?
Meanwhile, cut to the cargo bay.
No, I thought he was in the med bay right now.
No, he's still in
No,
the cargo bay.
He's been dragged to the med bay, and
Oh.
he's just sleeping on one of the medical beds.
Wow.
And Freddy is just kind of sitting there, just like singing a lullaby.
Wow.
Cut back.
Alex was like looking at Aya, seeing her panic. It's like, what do I do?
What do you want to do? Aya is definitely panicked.
The crystal turns into a yellowish color, and basically the crystal just kind of makes a little bit of contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a calming spell thing. Just imagine like that.
Okay.
I have to roll for that, don't I? Or do I not? Because it's more role play than actual anything. Also, don't know if that casts any mana or anything. So I know.
Well, because you're not actively trying to get out of this place, that has a higher threshold. And I rolled below that, so yes, that does take mana.
All right, I'll be right back. I have to get a
No.
drink of water.
How much mana?
Okay.
And I'll also be right back. I have to go check on my mother, make sure she's okay.
Why don't we
Take a break.
take a 5-minute break?
Okay.
All right.
5 minutes, so then everybody can check on people and get water and go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Fair?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in just a moment, and we'll see what hell awaits us when we return.
Wow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and we are about to get back into the insanity, craziness, whatever you want to call it. Let's just jump right back into this hell.
Literally.
Hello, my beauties. Welcome back. Sorry for that abnormally long break, but some of us had to get some things off of our chest. So, where we pick up, our lovely group has now agreed to a tournament where if Maggie and her group wins, which includes this group, Maggie will receive the Staff of Snakes.
Staff of Python.
Staff of Pythons. If Maggie loses, one of the things that she is going to be taking, possibly, is one of the group gets left behind. So let's get back into this. Mad Maggie looks at this group. Done. Now, since today most of it has flittered away from us, I will give you a place of rest, relaxation, maybe a little bit of food, and we will start this tournament anew tomorrow. You may wander in Fort Knucklebone, but don't leave it. Because while I may be kind and benevolent, I cannot say the same as outside these walls. Do you understand?
They may not understand, but I certainly do.
I know you do, dear one. And I'm so glad that you have returned.
If all goes well, I won't ever return here again.
Wow.
And so she has her many minions show you to places of rest.
Mm-hmm.
They're beds, you think? You're not sure?
Pokes at a stick. It's not a bed.
They look like beds.
Roll perception on bed.
Just roll a perception on bed.
Roll an intimidate on the bed.
Attack bed.
Attack bed.
The bed moves. That's definitely not a
So
bed.
you do have free reign of walking around Fort Knucklebone. You can talk to the citizens, although if you bring Leilanda, they're not going to say very much because they're still very scared of the former head of this particular place. You can talk to Lulu. Mad Maggie will allow you to talk to Lulu. So, what do you want to do?
So Clink is gonna go just outside the area where that truck thing was, the bone truck that you mentioned. And
truck.
what the vehicle thing that
The vehicle.
the Mad Max looking thing that sitting inside the gate. And he's going to just kind of look at the team working on it. He's just gonna not persuasion, what would be like perception? See what they're doing.
Yeah, you could do that. You could definitely do that. Yep.
That is a 12 plus 1, so that's a 13.
These are definitely machines. You figured that out. Are you asking anybody what they are, or are you just looking?
I'm just looking for the start, and then based on that roll, I'm going to walk up and kind of like inquire. So.
Inquire. Okay. So you look up, and these things are It's madcap. It makes no rhyme. They have wheels. It looks like a vehicle that drives on land, but other than that, you're just kind of looking and going, "What the heck am I looking at?" Just kind of that kind of look. Who are you asking?
I'm gonna ask one of. I'm assuming one of like the engineers or whoever's like tinkering
Okay,
with a
one
wrench
of the
and they're.
Kenkus.
yeah.
What specifically are you asking the Kenku?
So how does this contraption actually work? I see it has forward momentum and stuff like that, but
Oh, but it runs on soul coins.
Soul coin. Delicious.
what are
Eat.
these soul coins?
Well, these soul coins are round things that contain souls. And you put it into that, and this Kenku is giving you exactly where you would put in a soul coin. It looks like one of those coin-operated slots.
Slot machine?
No,
Very
it's
much
one of those
so.
arcade machines or something.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
It's an arcane. It's a slot where you put. Well, it's not a thing where it goes like this. It's
Yeah.
where you put the coin in and then you turn the.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dial.
It's like a gumball machine.
Yeah.
gumball machine.
It's like that where you put the coin in and
Yeah.
then you turn the handle.
Mhm.
It's like that, and then the soul powers the rest of the machine. These are wonderful, wonderful machines.
Interesting. Powered by souls.
Powered by souls. Matt and Maggie has a whole fleet of these, and humble me and my fellow Kenku engineers are maintaining these as best we can. I mean, it's kind of hard to get parts.
What if I said that
Obviously.
we could donate some, not donate, but offer you some components to help speed along the process of these so-called upgrades, says Clank.
And what would you want in return?
Just a little bit advantage in the upcoming battle, just in case your
Oh.
superior decides to pull a fast one on us.
She's Mad Mackie. She's always going to pull a fast one on new arrivals. She did that once to our group. It was terrible. Well, this whole place is terrible. Unless you talk. But this group came in. One of the group, who was a cleric, offered. He had a book full of stories, and he offered himself and the book if they lost. But if they won, well, if they lost, he would stay there and tell stories, and the rest of them would leave. And if they won, everybody would leave. It's, at the time, Mad Maggie had a monk captured here.
She seems to be a collector of people. Do you seem that kind of odd?
No. That's not odd. What's odd is what goes on outside these walls. I mean, the history of this place is just absolutely nutsoids. I heard stories that there was a humongous war with an angel.
An angel.
Yeah, the angel's name was Azariel, who came down here and tried to fight these devils and demons, and then she was offered more power to fight them, and she fell from grace. So now she is, well, the most powerful being on this particular realm.
Huh. And he says, so if I were to offer you parts and components to help improve upon this design, and he gestures to the contraption next to him, would you be able to help us in our possible escape with whatever's inside the cell in Maggie's hold?
And the Kenku stops and thinks.
Should I roll, like, persuasion for this? or because I'm trying to persuade him to like go against his superior's orders.
Superior's orders and his base desires
Instinct.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
16 plus 8. So 16 plus 8 is
That's 24.
24. Yep.
He looks at you. He goes, I might have something that might help you if you want to make this deal. Making deals in this place is dangerous.
I
Just a
agree.
warning.
Yes. He says, there are parts in our ship. Now, the only thing that I do tell you is, you are allowed to go inside said ship, but only in the cargo bay. You may pick out whatever item you want within the cargo bay that you'll need to repair your ship. I mean, your
Vehicle.
vehicle, thank you, sorry. Your, soul-powered vehicle here. But
Okay.
anything else outside the cargo hold chambers is off limits. Do you understand?
That is fair.
Now
Unless-
I have one quick question for Trish.
Yes.
This is outside the thing.
Mhm.
Since Moogie is in the ship, were he to leave because he's in Inverness, would he revert to his demon form?
That would be up to him.
I mean, well, because it is a hellscape in.
It is a hellscape, but because Leilana hasn't done it, it's technically Leilana would have reverted to the Blackwing version
Uh-huh.
of herself.
Yeah.
And she hasn't.
Hmm.
She's a lot more terrifying as the Blackwing version of herself than she is right now. But people still recognize her because. Mainly because due to her reputation, not necessarily how she looked.
Yeah.
People are
eyes,
scared of
Mom.
her right now.
Those eyes strike fear.
Those eyes strike fear.
Mhm.
So it's really up to Moogie whether he remains a goblin or transforms into his demon form.
Yeah.
And that's just him. You could make that as a
But at this point in time, Moogie is going to wake up.
okay.
Finally, after all these years.
Finally, after all
After all
these-
these-
Freddy's gonna say, "Oh, congratulations, you are awake. How was your rest?
Where am I? Oh,
You are
my
in
head
sick
hurts.
bay on board the USS Northern Hope.
The what?
The Northern Hope.
The stupid thing. You're annoying.
just gonna say it outright. Oh, no.
Ian's been trying to say to the thing. She just
My
gets more
personality
words.
matrix may be annoying, yes, but that's what makes my bedside manner more amazing.
Where are we right now?
We are in Avernus.
What?
What? You what?
Moogie has never been here, but he does know what Avernus is. He's
Everyone
seen
knows
like
what Avernus is. but Alex.
tapestries
And then-
of this place.
And then Freddy says, "Oh my, maybe I shouldn't have told you that." As he notices the heart rate monitor spike.
Oh no. No. Where's my sister? Where's Leilana?
I love the voice.
Your sister is currently, and then it thinks for a moment and says, "She is not on the ship right now, but she is with the party and she is safe. There's no need for alarm," says Freddy.
No need for alarm. You don't know what this place is, do you?
I love the voice.
As-
Can I just say that?
As
Yes,
Freddy,
go
I
ahead.
guess as Freddy jumps off the medical bed and like comes,
I wish I could do a voice like that.
and you're in like the surgical area of the thing where like you were sleeping. So it's completely up to
Moogie-
you what you want to do.
Yeah, Moogie, what do you want to do?
Moogie is going to leave the room.
Okay.
And
All right,
run
question.
toward the cargo bay.
You're gonna make your way to the cargo bay. I'm going to roll a d6,
Okay.
and you pick
For
a number,
what?
Moogie.
Okay. Just any number.
Any number from 1 to 6.
Yeah,
Number
1 to
3,
6.
my lord.
5.
5. Okay. You as you're about to you hop off the medical bed and you walk towards the little partition that has the the rest of the sick bay. You walk right straight into a force field.
What the?
For
What
your
is
own
this thing?
for your own safety, Drucathio has put up a force field to prevent you from leaving.
What? Ryan, I was just asleep. I'm not hurt.
He believes that your involvement in this matter may impede upon the safety of the rest of the crew.
So
I
you're
was
holding me
instructed.
here against my will, which is not allowed.
You'll have to speak to Drucathio about that. Currently, he is on the bridge.
Just you let me go, or things are gonna get a little nasty.
I suggest you calm down, otherwise I'll have to administer a sedative.
Are there any
As you just
are
see
there
a
any exposed
needle.
consoles inside the force field?
Yeah, there's just like the medical bed and like a couple panels on the wall and stuff like that.
Moogie's gonna go ape shit and tear the panels apart.
All right.
Get to the chopper! Sorry, I had to. Oh, you're going all
He's
Stitch
going
on
psych-
this.
He's
Yes.
going psychotic and tearing the panels apart.
Yep.
Patience levels are reaching critical. Administering sedative now.
Moogie's going to punch the Freddy.
Punch Freddy.
Okay, roll
You're gonna have to
See.
beat Freddy's AC. I'm
Yep.
gonna roll a
Hang on.
d20 to see what his AC is.
Let me pull up the Demigod Moogie character sheet and scale it down.
Skeleton
Okay.
number 2.
Yeah, because he's not in god form here. He's just a goblin.
Yeah.
He's just a
Okay.
goblin.
So that'd be a strength check of +2 for scale down. His health would be at like 30 points,
Mm-hmm.
because in this point he's like a level 10.
Yeah.
So strength bonus is a +2 with the saving throw.
Yep.
So he has to roll to hit because
Yep.
he doesn't have any weapons on him.
Correct. So it'd be an unarmed strike.
I'll be right back. I need to eat something before I pass out.
And he misses.
All right. Freddy is going to have a needle protrude from one of his little arms with a sedative, and he's going to try and hit you. I'm gonna have to beat your AC.
What is your AC?
Well, Demigod Moogie has a base AC of 12 apparently.
I got a 14. Nighty night, Moogie.
Now hang on just a second.
Okay. I mean, you can resist.
I don't know what, because I don't have the original character sheet for the
Yeah.
original Goblin form.
Mhm.
Oh
So-
well, I as I said, I do.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Mhm.
Where did I put that? Loads. That. Moogie, which was a level 5 berserker barbarian.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Can you send me a copy of that link so I can save it on my thing?
It wasn't a link. It was
Image.
something that an
Oh.
image.
Yeah. Mhm.
I can
Alright,
I
so-
can send you the image. I can send you the image, but
Alright,
not
yeah.
not right at the moment. Let's see. Well, what is it that you wanted to know?
What's his AC for that one?
14.
So I hit his AC,
So-
so I don't beat it. So you see this needle coming at you, and how do you react?
Don't touch me with that thing.
Don't worry, Moogie. It will just be a mild sedative. You'll be feeling great in no time.
He's gonna run away.
Oh god.
Oh Lord, he is. Oh God.
Moogie,
I feel like I'm gonna
mean,
pass out.
He's gonna like climb up the walls and shit to get away from this thing.
but remember, Freddy can float, so, because it has levitate.
Yeah, but as he's climbing up the wall, he's still tearing out like wires and shit from the wall.
Okay, I need you to roll damage on the ship.
How much? What do I roll for that?
I'm gonna roll a D100 and a D.
I'm sending you the Moogie thing that I have.
Okay.
Matt. There you go.
All right, so the ship's currently being repaired, but it has 33% internal structure damage. So I need you to roll a D6 to see how much more damage you do to the ship, particularly the cargo bay. I mean, not the cargo bay, the sick bay.
Okay. And I have to add. Do I add a strength modifier to that?
You can, yeah, sure. Because you're.
As a
I'm
D6.
thinking you're raging right now.
Well, he's not raging, but he's climbing up the walls frantically.
Yeah.
So is that would that go with the strength bonus, Aya, for this, or what? So I'm not sure. This you said you wanted to do default character stats, so.
Well, I just sent you.
Yeah, I know. So out of my saving throws, would I use a +6 on the D6
Hang
for
on.
the damage?
My computer's acting funny, so give me a frickin' second. What the hell is going on with my computer? Oh, for Pete's sake. My computer's
Derping.
derping. Hard.
Sorry.
Why does everyone keep saying Pete's sake? Who the hell is Pete? And why say
Aya, roll an intimidate check on your computer.
No, that's not my problem. It's not getting into my computer. I cannot see what I'm doing. Intimidate check? Why am I rolling an intimidate check?
Roll an intimidate on your computer to make it work.
Yeah, I
early on.
wish.
You never know. Let's see.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's saying this PC is not responding.
Uh-oh. So, do you need me to drive?
No.
Okay.
I will fix it after the stream.
Okay. So, yeah,
I have your character, it's just I cannot get to it because my computer is being an ass.
Oh, I'm looking at the character sheet right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, since the ship is taking damage from me tearing up the walls, and he said to roll a D6, do I add a modifier to the D6 roll
yes,
for the total damage?
Add your strength. Yes, add your strength.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure of.
Mhm.
Alright, so 7 total.
Oh,
I
did
rolled
you
a
roll?
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 7
Okay.
damage to the ship. So I'm gonna. Sparks start flying out of the wall, and you rip a panel off, exposing a vent.
Crawl into the vent.
Well, you are yeah, you are
Rogue archetype or whatever.
no,
Small.
he's a goblin. That's the word I
Yeah.
was trying to
Yeah.
think of.
So you crawl into the vent, and Freddy says, "Oh dear," and starts headed for the door.
He can head to the door all he wants. He's not gonna find Moogie.
Yeah.
Nope. Mookie is gone.
Moogie is gone.
And if we want to cut back to the
Lord.
party, or we want to continue chasing Moogie, we can.
Let's get cut back to the party. Is there anybody else who wants to do anything? We've just had.
me. I've been waiting for what?
Yes.
Oh God, no! Oh god, my headphone cord is caught under the wheels of my chair. Give me a minute. Okay, I got it. Fixed. Saved the
Okay,
world.
so what does it? Who's doing what?
Okay. Alec is preparing for tomorrow, obviously.
Okay, so
He's-
what is he doing?
He's, for one, he's taken apart his gun, and he's re-putting it back together. But also just like anything he could find, he's trying to enhance it, and make it more efficient because it gets jammed a lot for some reason.
Okay, so what?
He's just kind of like whatever.
He's a tinkerer, right? He likes to tinker.
Well, yeah, he was part of a faction that's all about doing stuff like that. So yeah.
I am going to have him roll a dexterity check.
Not a saving throw, just a check.
Not a saving throw, just a check.
Yes. 20. Okay, what is his like? Oh, okay, that's what his decks are like. That's cool. 10.
Okay. You've taken apart your gun. That part was easy because I mean it's your gun, and you're looking at it, and you're going, okay, so what is the thing that's making this gun jam so much? And you've sussed it out. It's one of the whoever put this gun together originally. One of the pieces is off just ever so slightly.
Oh, Crooked Larry did it.
Yeah, it's like you would not have noticed unless you took the gun apart and actually looked at what was going on.
Yeah, the gun has like some efficiency. Yay.
Yay! So that's what Alex is doing. Is Alduin doing anything?
Oh yeah, after like Alduin is panicking because he's realized that he's durable, but he's not good at fighting. He's not really gotten into too much combat.
Yeah,
and after...
Yeah. I'm going to say this. Your mage hand, it has entered into this realm. And even though it's sentient, it looks more like a claw instead of a hand.
Oof.
I mean, it's still the same lovable mage hand that you've known and loved. It's just it now looks like a claw.
Ugh. It's like, okay, everything is wrong. Everything is not right. Ah.
And then Mage Hand looks at you and says,
"Shut up.
You're
my Mage Hand, my rules."
Oh.
Hey, I gotta admit.
Hey,
here's the thing. Clink has a Mage Hand too, so be careful.
But after like a bit of panicking, Mage Hand practically just slaps him. Just stop panicking. How am I supposed to stop panicking? I'm practically the weakest member. Well, look for someone that can help you. Maybe that Alex guy knows something. Oh, why would he help me? Because he's your teammate? Why do you have to be right? Because I'm a floating hand and I'm always right.
It's just like that argument that Leilana and Boogie had some time ago.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yep. Okay. So this argument goes on.
Well, he's
yeah. So what is Alduin doing? Is Alduin going to Alex? What is?
Yeah, he's going to Alex now because Mage Hand said do it.
Do it.
Fine, Alex has taken apart his gun and like, there's the problem. That right there.
It's like there.
That. There.
Damn it, Crooked Larry! Why did they let you build guns?
Alduin, what do you say to Alex?
Hello? Alex, is that your name, right? Oh, jeez, you startled me. Why do you have to stand there like a freaking psycho killer?
As he's like reloading the gun.
No, the gun is completely taken apart. He hasn't put it back together. He's trying to decide. Yeah, he's trying to decide how to get this whatever minute thing back into the line.
It's like the firing mechanism's broken.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy fix, but you had to take the whole gun-to-gun part to
Yeah. Get to
But
it.
he's like,
find it.
oh, Jesus, you stalled me. Anyways, what do you want? I've realized something, and that is that I'm a little the weakest person on the team. What do you mean? You are a big dragon man, and I'm just a weak human person that breathes. And I'm not wearing armor. I'm just wearing this like suit to protect myself from hot steam that isn't anywhere around us. So yeah, I'm the weakest member. Well, you have a magical crystal. I have a smart mouth hand. Watch it. Shush. And I have a little bit of magic, and my aim is horrible. And all I have is this stupid loot that doesn't do anything, and also a rapier I never use. Huh. So what do you want from me?
At this point, now you two are arguing pretty loudly, right?
It's kind of loud, yeah.
Okay. At this point, you hear someone also walking towards you. And it's Mad Maggie.
Duh.
And she looks at the two of you. I couldn't help but hearing. But it seems that one of you doesn't feel like you're the strongest of your group for tomorrow's festivities?
It's like all the one's panicking, and just Alex just kind of sighs, and it's like, no, there's nothing wrong here. He's whatever as of being weak. Well, that's why he came to me, and anything that you're concerned with is fine if for whatever reason you came here.
Oh, I have good hearing. Dragonborn, would you like to come with me so I might make you stronger for tomorrow?
Just Alden starts to sweat a little bit, even if he could or cannot sweat. He's just like,
Yes.
Just looks at Alex with help. Look the look of help in his eyes. Just help me.
What does Mage Hand do?
Mage Hand's like, oh great! Us arguing so loud that the weird ladies came. We're absolutely screwed. Shush. Just Alden shushes my hand.
Mad Maggie kind of looks at the hand. A permanent mage hand. It fits in so much with my decor.
Shush, weird lady. I'm not the car.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Shush, weird lady.
Shush. Shut.
That's what you could say to a Karen.
Yeah, shut. Try to pinch their mouth closed. But no, he's like, shush.
So,
I'm no decor.
oh, but I beg to differ. But let me talk to your master for a few more moments. Maybe we can work something out.
Alden's like, just Alex just starts thinking. Alex goes into like a thinking look. And just puts his like hand up to his chin, and it's like, okay. He may take upon your offer because he came to me for help, and I'll try and help him make him stronger. And well, if I fail, then he can come to you. If that sounds good by you, he says kind of nervously, but he's trying to stand his ground.
I'd say that'd be a persuasion check.
Yep.
Persuasion check. I have to sit down because I was standing up because I'm all shaky and weird.
You're
I'm
doing
really
fine. Trust me, you're doing fine.
Like, I had to make a sandwich real quick because I was so lightheaded, and it doesn't help very much because I just took 2 slices of bread and put honey in it, and that was it.
Hey.
Ooh, honey sandwich. Yum.
Hey.
Honey is actually a good sugar booster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. guess what I was gonna say from another game that's completely irrelevant and out of character. Just don't make sure you just leave the Dirk in the sandwich.
I
Don't.
wish the Dirk is not in the sandwich. Anyways, it's sad that only if Alex could be using the modifier from Alduin, because Alex has a -1, while Alduin has a +10 in persuasion.
No, you have to use Alex because Alex is the one trying to persuade. I'm sorry.
I don't like having these -1 rolls, and it makes me. And as usual, frick you too.
What's
I'm
your
actually getting
roll?
pissed off. 8.
8?
It's pissing me off at this point. Like, I can roleplay mostly, but the dice keep making my roleplays useless.
Okay. So you make this offer. She looks at Alex and goes, "I'll do you one better. I will help you with your little problem with this fantastic weapon. And you could help your friend over here. If you cannot help him, send him to me."
So wait, what is she offering?
She what she's offering is that she'll help you fix your gun, and she'll let you help Alduin. But if you can't help Alduin, then you send Alduin to her.
The realization that for one, like, he's practically already figured out how to fix the gun, but the risk of denying that also denies, so it's the big thonk of what to do. I love how this perfect plan on how to.
So where is Leilana at right now?
Where's Leilana?
Yeah, where is Leilana? Well, this conversation is going on.
I don't know where the
Leilana,
Red
help me.
Caps took her to.
The Redcaps took her to. It's basically you, Aya, and Rags. You three are all in a in a sleeping space. That's the best way that I'm going to be able to describe it. There are 3 sleeping areas.
With what look like beds?
Well, Rags takes one look at it and goes, "I've slept in worse. I truly have. I've slept in a hammock on a ship. I've slept in worse. Trust me.
I've slept on the ground with nothing."
Think you've slept in worse. And it's just sitting there going, like something's going to come out of the wall and crawl all over her. She is completely and totally freaked out at this point.
I thought I cast a calming spell on you.
You did. The problem is the calming spells don't last very long.
Oh. It worked temporarily.
It was temporary. Yeah, it was temporary. It calmed her down for the moment so that she could get to where she's now. So the fear's starting to come back.
Just wishing that Crystal's here.
Does Leilana notice that she's still afraid?
Oh yeah, Aya's not hiding it. It's just kind of.
Don't worry, Aya. We'll get through this. Take a deep breath, darling. Remember, our lives aren't exactly on the line. Yet.
But you heard Mad Maggie. One of us stays here forever.
And I'm not going to let her keep you. If that's what you're afraid of.
Just a bit.
If it comes down to it and she wants you to stay here, I will unleash a hell she has never seen.
To what Rags at this point speaks up and goes, "That would be very nice that you would do that for her, but she's not the only person that you have to worry about."
I'm certain Lady Mary would not want to see you remain here. She would definitely interfere in that part.
Good point. Although I might have my own exit plan in that.
Regardless.
I was talking about Alex and Alduin.
At this point, I'm not too concerned with Alduin.
Why aren't you concerned about Alduin?
Because he's always been a bit of a downer. He's always putting himself down in the worst way possible.
I've noticed that. She walks up to Aya and looks at Aya and goes, "It's okay to be afraid. Like your sister. You two look nothing
Yes.
alike. You two look nothing alike, but that's okay.
Long story.
I bet. It will be okay. You've got friends around you." And she walks even closer to Aya and goes, "Hug." And to see this kobold walk up to this tiefling and hug. Leilana, you start to feel an overcoming calm between the three of you when you see this kobold hug your sister. Like you're calm for the you don't feel angry anymore at this place. Looking at this scene between this tiefling and this kobold.
Would you say she feels at home?
Not necessarily, but she feels like Leilana, you feel like you're among family members. That's what I'll say. What do you do?
Leilana is going to. She's going to sit on one of the beds.
Okay.
And tears of black liquid are now streaming down her face.
Ew, and tearful.
From her eyes.
Disgusting and sad.
Rags lets go of Aya. Aya you see Aya kind of heave this sigh of relief. She looks a lot calmer. She doesn't look like she's going to bolt out of the room. And Aya just kind of looks down at this kobold and goes, "Thank you." And because of all the exertion and all the adrenaline that's been coursing through poor Aya's body throughout this whole really stressful day, Aya just kind of falls back into this bed, and you're hearing very light snores coming from Aya. Rags then turns around and looks at you. Why are you crying?
Allow me to show you why.
Okay.
She puts a finger on Rags' forehead
And takes her to the
that dark room.
Yeah, but this is nothing new to Rags. She's been in many rooms.
That pale white door right there. Open it.
Oh, we're taking everyone to the fun room, aren't we?
Yes.
Pale white door. The decrepit door leads to the hellscape. This is a different memory.
Right. Rags walks up to the door, opens it, turns around before she opens it. You coming?
No, I don't need to. I've been there hundreds of times. I know what's in there.
Fair enough. Opens the door. What does Rags see?
Rags sees a room with ripped apart dolls. She sees dead plants. And she sees a little girl in the corner, constantly crying tears of black. And the curtains hanging from the windows are in tatters. There's a pale red light beaming through the windows. There's words scratched in the floor and the ceiling and the walls: despair, gloom, sadness, wretched, evil.
Basically all the words that Leilana has
heathen, unclean, just all the insults you could throw at somebody.
Right. Rags enters the room.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I will, but I'm going to.
This little girl is probably about 4 years old.
Okay. Perfect. You said a Constitution saving throw?
To keep from to resist the sudden, overwhelming blast of emotions that are hitting you right now.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You feel the vibe of just utter depression and despair washing over you like a tsunami.
Right. Brax walks up to this little girl. Hi.
Who are you?
My name is Rags.
Go away.
No.
Jesus. No. No.
No one but me is supposed to be in here. They'll come for you if you don't leave.
Let them come.
It actually hurts my throat.
Yeah, I kind of figured it did.
Don't do that voice, my bro.
This kobold is looking at this 4-year-old with the biggest, bluest eyes. Just kind of...
I don't...
Well, she does have blue eyes.
Yeah, I know, but just how you said it, though.
Kind of... What is wrong?
The little girl points to the room while her face is still buried in one hand. She points to the room, waving her hand around, and all the words scratched into the floors, the walls, and the ceilings.
You do realize those are just words?
Can you turn that light up?
Leilani opens the door and walks in. They may be just words, but when you're only 4 years old and trapped in a place like this, those words become weapons.
Ow, ow. Grandma, I'm so tall, that's gonna hurt me.
Rags is not taking her eyes off of this 4-year-old. But she does hear what Leilani is saying.
These words are like knives cutting into flesh and bone. I had nothing at 4 years old. I was alone, lost in this place, lost in Inverness. I found a room tucked away, and I stayed there. This world has been the only world I've known for a long time. And when you've grown up in this kind of world, things don't change.
Rags kind of gets down on this 4-year-old's level. She's still hearing Leilani. She has not turned around and looked at Leilani.
Ow. I hurt myself by accident.
Do you want to be a friend? I'll be your friend.
I don't need friends. I just want to go away.
You need a friend.
What is going on?
You can try to talk her into it. But remember, these are my memories.
And memories can be changed.
Good luck. I've tried changing my memories. It doesn't work so well.
I hate having a migraine all of a sudden.
You don't have the same friends I do.
She's gonna crawl further into the corner.
The 4-year-old?
Yeah.
The 4-year-old.
Rags will get even closer to the 4-year-old.
Don't corner it.
Technically, she's not. Or rather, is there a place next to the 4-year-old?
There's a broken down dresser that looks like it's been hacked away at with swords and axes. It's still standing, but it's got splintered wood and frayed edges, and the drawers are all busted up.
Right.
Roll another perception check.
Thank you. Perception is my strike suit. That's a 23.
On the side of the dresser, you notice there that drawn in chalk is a flower, little tulip.
That's a nice flower.
And on the little girl's shoulder, her exposed shoulder, is a tattoo of a tulip. But the tattoo has a nasty scar through it. The scar looks infected. It looks like it's been festering for years. It's brown.
Like it hasn't been taken care of.
Yeah, it's brown, it's black, it's oozing a sort of greenish white goo that just smells awful to your nose.
Yeah. You have a tulip.
Tulips were Mommy's favorite.
Guess what?
What?
They're my favorite too.
Little girl is just to turn around and look at you, because she hasn't even noticed your face yet.
Right.
Who are you?
I told you, I'm Rex. I'm cold.
Where did you come from?
Here, there. I'm here right now with you.
I don't want to go out there. There's mean people out there.
I know. But if we had a friend, we can go together.
Are you sure about that?
Very. I have so many friends. I have a friend who used to be a fur, and at this point, Rex has problems saying, and I can't say it. It's furbog.
Furbog.
Thank you.
I could not say that word.
I can't, so neither can Rags. Just one of the nicest people. I had another friend who was a paladin.
What's a paladin?
A very good person.
At this point, you can kind of see the tears are starting to slowly stop. They're still streaming, but they're not like as thick gobs anymore. They're like thin little bands of ooze coming out of her eyes.
And I have another friend who's an owl man.
I've never heard of that before.
A lot of people haven't.
Can we go right now?
We sure can. And Rags will hold out a hand.
She's going to take the hand.
And
Like I said, good luck. Lalana's going to open the door and walk back out into the dark room that you entered into.
Mm-hmm. Now what's going to happen in this room is a couple of things.
Pacing back and forth is fun for me.
Thank you.
Pace.
What happens in this room is what forms around Rags, although it's no longer Rags. It's no longer the kobold that this
Oh, boy.
4-year-old is seeing.
Hey, guys, Giddy, come here.
The person that has this child's hand changes into a woman with gray hair, glasses, and is wearing a very distinctive coat.
You didn't.
I did.
What did they do? What did they do?
It's Lady Mary.
Oh!
It is.
Oh, God!
The absolute hell.
Lady
You
Mary,
what?
Lady Mary, the room changes into the 4-pillared room with the 4 doors.
Give me a second.
And kind of leads this 4-year-old to a blue door that has a white plaque on it. And
Leilana's just like dumbstruck with like she's stuttering and can't get her words out.
And she's looking at this 4-year-old and goes, "Beyond this door, there's wondrous people that will take care of you. They will not scare you.
I return.
Do you understand?"
I think so.
She leans over, she kisses this child. "Go, my daughter, for you are my daughter. I have rescued you. What does the 4-year-old do?
She stops crying, and her hair turns white.
Mm-hmm.
Tattered clothes that she was wearing are now fully mended,
Mm-hmm.
and her nails are painted pink.
Perfect!
We did it!
And she goes through this blue door, and on the other side, this is what she sees. She sees a console that's not moving at the moment, but it's a console and then a cylinder in the center. And surrounded by books. The 4-year-old has never seen so many books.
Almost.
Almost.
Okay.
And sitting at the console is a woman dressed in Victorian clothes, in a wheelchair, holding out a hand, going, "So you're the one that Lady Mary has sent to me. Welcome. My name is Lady TARDIS.
Just...
You are welcome here."
She's gonna just like skip into the room.
Skip into the TARDIS? Yeah, I can see that.
And to TARDIS
skip. Very briefly, Lady Mary will now turn around and look at Leilana after she's closed the door. What does Leilana do?
How did you... That was one of my memories. How did you take that from me?
I did not take it from you. You still have that memory. I just entered it and gave you a friend. Rags is still sitting on the outside.
So what? Now that this memory has been cured of its darkness.
A bit. Yeah.
What kind of change does Leilana undergo? 'Cause this is going to affect her current self too.
It is. This particular memory, Leilana feels at home with a family that truly loves her. She no longer has those words that was written on that in that room, all those nasty words. She still feels that because I mean, even at 4, up until she was 4, she was, in that room, which was not a pleasant place to be. I'm imagining. But now she has friends and people who love her. And even her brother Mookie, who has somehow wandered onto the TARDIS. You still don't know how that happened. Probably by accident. You don't know how. But you also get the sense that the other memories that you have of her being a Blackwing, that's still there. Her memory of her brother rescuing her from being a Blackwing, that's still there. Her memory of Aya coming into her mind space and becoming her sister, that is still there. It's just now that every time she looks at Aya, the rage that has fueled Leilana, it's still going to fuel her when she's not looking at Leilana. Something is going to set Leilana off at the moment's notice. Trust me. Because she's in Avernus. But every time she looks at Aya, there's that sense of, I have a family. I have friends. I am loved. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So everything that Leilana has already experienced, the changing into a Blackwing, that's still there. Mookie saving her, that's still there. Aya saving Leilana and becoming her sister, that's still there. Those memories are still there.
All right. So just not to interrupt, but
we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up.
yeah, I know. No, look at OOC when you get a chance, Moogie. That's just a suggestion. You can take it with a grain of salt.
Whew. Whew, noises.
Oh, that is. Oh, I like that.
I like that too. Very
That's cool.
nice.
Character development.
I am saving that.
Please do.
Ooh. I guess I can't get to my character part.
We'll get to it next week. Next time.
I'm gonna
Trust me.
forget, and I know it.
Write
We'll
down.
remind you.
We'll
I
remind
can't
you.
write down things
Why can't you?
because I'm very not good at describing it. But I was told it's fine as long as I can remember it.
Okay,
But
just write down Alduin character development and stick it on the wall.
I can't stick it on the wall. I'll stick it in my tablet, then I'm gonna forget I have.
Stick it to your computer.
Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
Get it tattooed on your butt cheek.
No.
And you'll never forget it.
You'll
feel
never
like
forget
I'm-
it.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Ah, God. Ah.
Calm down. Calm. Lady Mary then looks at Leilana and goes, I told you. I do fix people when I find them. And you needed fixing, a lot of it.
Excuse me? She's just like with a questioning look on her face, like,
As she notices her body starting to change into that outfit.
And that look.
Yeah.
You just needed more than one friend. Now, would you like to get back to Avernus and do this battle royale that you have with Mad Maggie?
I believe I do.
I thought you might. "Oh, and a gift from me," and she hands Leilana, because she knows Leilana is going to give up the staff of serpents.
Uh-huh.
She hands Leilana a brand new staff.
What is this?
I'll have to come up with it for the next time we meet.
As both of you walk towards like this light in this.
No, actually,
Okay, go ahead.
no, wait, hang on.
Sorry, I'm intruding.
Yes. Lady Mary goes. I believe the exit is that way. And what you see is, you guys have come into this space. Those the 4 doors, but you came in through another door that has a little hallway and a small waiting room, and then there's another door. She says, "I believe the exit's that way."
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, say hi to Rags and tell her I'm sorry about taking over her body, as she doesn't like too much. Bye.
Very well.
As they walk out, we fade to black.
As Leilana walks out.
Thank you everyone for joining us for Realms of Awakened Essence RPG
That's
Season
pretty
6,
good.
Episode 9. What hell is this?
Definitely, what hell is this?
Yes, there was a lot of moments of what hell is this, and a lot of tear-jerking moments, a lot of tense moments and stuff like that. But we'll see you guys next time for another game of Shores of Sorrows next week. Is there going to be any problem with that? Let me know now. All right, so we'll be on the high seas sailing the
Yar!
7 seas, and we'll see you then. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I know we went a little bit over, but we had a good time. So let's see you next time, and remember, be empowered to play.